This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Play ball!
Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another day of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Josh Carey welcoming you to Toyota Field, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there as we get ready for the final game of this 6-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. Back in Mission Control running the boards is Jeff Scarborough, and this is the pregame show. Rocket City will still go for the series win today. Meanwhile, Pensacola will go for the split after the Blue Wahoos won yesterday by the final score of 4-2. It was only Pensacola's second win of the series, so Rocket City still up 3-2 in this 6-game set. The Blue Wahoos were able to use a strong pitching performance by Dax Fulton to carry them to the finish line, and then again they wind up winning by 2 runs. Here's how things unfolded. Rocket City actually struck first in the first inning with 2 outs and no one on base. Denzer Guzman would single. He would swipe second, then score on an RBI single by Oscar Colas, and that made it a 1-0 ball game. Earlier in the inning, Nelson Rada had single and then was thrown out trying to steal second. He actually made it into the bag, but overslid the base, was tagged out, and that wound up being a big play. That would have given Rocket City a second run. As it was only 1-0 at the end of 1 inning. The Blue Wahoos would come back with 3 runs in the second inning, as 2 of them were earned to take a 3-1 lead. With 1 out and no one on base, Johnny Olmstead would single. He would move to third on a double by Cody Morissette. After Shane Sasaki struck out looking, it looked like Joel Hurtado would get out of the inning. Hitting a slow roller to the first baseman was Mark Coley. Great play by Sam Brown, ranging to his right, making a backhand play. He spun around, made an off-balance throw to a moving target and Hurtado covering first base. It was a great play all the way around, except Coley was just narrowly able to beat the play at first base, maybe by about a quarter of a step. He was able to leg it out. That allowed Olmstead to score from third. Morissette went second to third. Infield RBI single for Coley. That made it a 1-1 ball game, and not only did it tie the ball game, it extended the inning for the Fish, as Jared Cerna would follow next with an RBI single. Scoring from third on the play was Cody Morissette. Coley would go to third on the play, and then he would ultimately score on a fielding error by Mitch Daly, the second baseman, off the bat of Kemp Alderman. That would make it a 3-1 ball game. Blue Wahoos would get their final run in the 6th inning. It was another unearned run. 1-out single by Shane Sasaki. He would steal second against Jose Quijada, and then he would take off for third. Quijada would step off the rubber, fire to third, hoping to get the out, but his throw was errant, went down the left field line. Sasaki swiped third, came around to score on the throwing error by Quijada, and that made it a 4-1 ball game. Trash Pandas would get an unearned run back in the 6th inning. Leadoff single by Denzer Guzman. Throwing error on the same play by the third baseman, Josh Zamora, allowed Guzman to take second. After a deep flyout by Evan Edwards moved Guzman to third. He would then score on an infield RBI single by Joe Redfield. That went to short, and that made it a 4-2 ball game. But from there, the Blue Wahoos bullpen was just too much as they kept Rocket City off the scoreboard. In the 9th inning, Josh Eknes struck out the side, 1-2-3 in the 9th. And again, the Blue Wahoos win it by the final of 4-2. Here were your totals. Pensacola, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 9. Rocket City, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 7. Dax Fulton starts and gets the win for the Fish. He moves to 3-4 on the season. Fulton, 5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 5. He's now 3-4 on the season. Joel Hurtado takes the loss. He drops to 5-5. Hurtado, 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Josh Eknes gets his 7th save. Again, he strikes out the side in the 9th. Time of game, 2 hours and 38 minutes, and the attendance, 4,876, as again, the Blue Wahoos defeat Rocket City last night by the final score of 4-2 in a game that was also delayed by 56 minutes at the start due to rain. So there's a look at what happened last night. We'll take a break on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at scores and standings from around the Southern League. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we continue to get ready for first pitch. Rocket City and Pensacola in the final game of 6 this afternoon from Toyota Field. Josh Carey with you. Let's run through what happened yesterday in the Southern League. There were a couple of double hitters yesterday. We'll begin in Columbus, Georgia. Interesting twin bill. It was Knoxville sweeping. They win game 1 3-2 as Pedro Ramirez had 2 doubles and an RBI in that game for the Smokies. But the interesting occurrence happened in the ninth inning of that ball game as A.J. Puckett came on to close. He was actually ejected before he even entered the game for a foreign substance, so he was removed. Came back, though, and pitched a third of an inning in game 2, which Knoxville also won 5-1. The big news in that one, a no-hitter by the Smokies, even though they allowed 1 run as Jackson Wiggins, Puckett, and Sam Armstrong combined to keep the Clingstones from a hit. It was Casey Opitz with 2 RBI, Parker Shavers with 2 more as, again, Knoxville sweeps 3-2 in game 1, 5-1 in game 2. Meanwhile, over in Chattanooga, Biloxi wins game 1 7-2 over the Lookouts. A 6-run 5th inning does Chattanooga in as B.J. Murray and Garrett Spain each had 2 RBI. Spain had a home run in that ball game. Chattanooga bounces back and wins game 2, however, 5-2. Ryan Cardona, 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts to propel the Lookouts to a win. Meanwhile, down in the capital city, it was Montgomery coming from behind him, defeating Birmingham by the final 7-5, even though they committed 5 errors. They scored 3 in the 7th, 1 more in the 8th. Matthew Etzel, 2 of 4 with a double and 2 RBI to propel the Biscuits to a win. So it's tied in the north. Chattanooga a half game in front of Birmingham. Meanwhile, Knoxville 3.5 back. They're still in it. Rocket City, meanwhile, 8 back at 24-36. In the south, it is Biloxi 37-25, 4 up on Montgomery. Pensacola 6 back at 31-31. Columbus is 10 games off the pace. There's a look at the scores and the standings from around the Southern League. We'll take one more break, come back with first pitch right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official field team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
And welcome back to Toyota Field, everyone. Josh Carey, Chris Harris with you. Back at Mission Control is Jeff Scarborough. And welcome to those of you watching on 31.6 Waymore TV. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, as well as the Trash Pandas are looking to defeat Pensacola and take this series, Chris. And right now, over the last week or so, the Trash Pandas have been led by one of their newest signees. That's Oscar Colas.
Well, it was a low-risk, high-reward signing by the Angels, released by the White Sox on May 24th, signed by the Angels on May 27th. First 9 games, he's hitting .324. He's added some pop to the lineup for Rocket City, and it's great to see for him because you know what he's capable of. You know the talent that he has, signed for $2.4 million originally by the White Sox out of Cuba. So it's nice seeing him become that player that we saw 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, again, this was a guy who at one point was the number 2 prospect in the White Sox system. Made a couple of appearances with Chicago at big league level, just could never quite stick there. And so, like Chris mentioned, he's a low-risk, high-reward type of guy who the Angels could benefit from down the line. There you see David Calabrese with that death-like stare into the camera as we get ready for this one today. And let's go ahead and run through the starting lineup for the Blue Wahoos, who are 31-31 on the season. Mark Coley, the second, leads it off and plays left. Jared Cerna will hit second and play short. Kemp Alderman in the 3 position. He's the designated hitter. Actually, he and Cerna have both had really good series. Cerna 8 hits, Alderman with 7. Grant Richardson back in the lineup after taking yesterday off. He will hit cleanup and play right. Josh Zamora in the 6th spot over at first. Cody Morissette bats 7th and will play second base. Johnny Olmstead, Rocket City's actually kept him in check this week. He will bat 7th and play third base. Shane Sasaki hits 8th and patrols center field. And Spencer Bramwell will bat 9th and do the catching. Defense for the Trash Pandas, left to right, Calabrese, Rada, and Blankenhorn. Third to first, Daly, Guzman, McCroskey, and Brown. Behind the plate, Crouch, and on the hill, Samuel Aldegari, making his second appearance of the series. 2-3, a 4.36 ERA. Trash Pandas are on the field, which means we're ready for the national anthem. Let's go down to the field for that. That was Melanie Bigger with our national anthem, and we are ready to go. Trash Pandas and Blue Wahoos Final game of the series this week. Rocket City going to wear their camouflage tops today. It says Rocket City across the front of the jersey in capital black lettering. Rocket on top, City on bottom. They have a black numeral on the back of the jersey, an all-black cap with the white intertwined RC emblem in the middle, and again, white breeches. As for Pensacola, hot pink tops, gray bottoms. They have the VW emblem on their left lapel in navy blue with white trim, small navy blue numeral on the right lapel in white trim, large navy blue numeral on the back with white trim. And for the Blue Wahoos today, they'll wear their navy blue cap with a hot pink bill, and then the Pensacola P in the middle. That's a fish on the curve and a bat on the straight line, creating the letter P. As again, Al DeGarry will go through the warm-up pitches. And look, it's been fun the last few days. I'm kind of glad to see the guys back in some normal uniforms for once. It's a little easier to describe.
You did an admirable job the last 2 nights describing the Bama Butts and the Alabama white sauce, and really a cool couple of days with the celebration of barbecue in the state of Alabama. And congratulations to our winners yesterday. The best white sauce competition was by Smoky Seas Barbecue. And then on Friday night, the best pork butts was Blue Oak Barbecue. So congratulations. They both won $1,500, their competition.
And be sure you check out those 2 restaurants as well as everyone who competed. They do so much for us, and we were thrilled to have them a part of our contest the last 2 days. And who knows, we may have this back next year as well, as Al DeGarry continues to go through his warm-up pitches. Here's a look at the umpires for tonight's ball game. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes is Shane Sullivan. At first is Paul Romer, and your third base umpire is Daniel Bythway. Throw goes down to second as we get ready for this one. By the way, for Rocket City, this game, candidly, not a whole lot riding in terms of the standings, but boy, oh boy, it's going to be a lot of fun next week. Rocket City will try to play spoiler when they welcome Chattanooga to town. We'll keep an eye on the Southern League scoreboard today, but a chance to really get revved up for, well, some September baseball in the month of June. Should be a good experience for the guys who really played Birmingham as well as Biloxi really hard the 2 prior weeks before this one. Now they're trying to get a series win against Pensacola before they welcome in the Lookouts on Tuesday. We're ready to go. Al DeGarry peers in. His wind, his first pitch of the game, is a fastball that's going to miss inside. First pitch is at 2:37, and we are underway from Toyota Field. Partly cloudy skies, temperature at 81 degrees here at first pitch. Next offering, swung, popped up over our heads and out of the stadium. Evening at a ball and a strike. In fact, it lands on the roof. There is a chance for a pop-up shower, but hopefully we'll be steering clear of the weather today after a lot of tarp pulls the last 2 days. Here's the 1-1. A slider, a swing and a miss. Good pitch. Actually, it was a changeup that time by Al DeGarry. He's quickly ahead, 1-2. Sam took the loss on Tuesday against Pensacola, but he pitched well against these guys. Went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits and 3 runs. They were all earned. He also struck out 5 and walked 2. Pensacola won that game 6-0. 1-2, Al DeGarry in front. Coley waits. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball popped up. On the infield, it'll be the first baseman Brown making the call and the catch on the infield dirt as he calls off McCroskey. Coley pops to first and 1 away in the first inning for Jared Cerna. 215, a homer, and 11 driven in.
Well, for Sam Al DeGarry, he has that great curveball. Second time this week facing off against the Blue Wahoos, as you mentioned, and for this left-hander, had that taste of the big leagues. 2 starts ago, 2 outings ago last week for the Angels, and see if he can have another good start today.
First pitch to Cerna. There's a strike. Threw him a 4-seam fastball at 91. It's 0-1. Keep something in mind. The Angels typically, when they have the same pitcher pitch on Tuesday and Sunday, that Sunday game, they tend to be a little more conservative in the pitch count. Ball rolled to third along 2 hops. Daly up throw across the diamond in time to get the speedy Cerna. That's 2 quick outs in the first inning for Kemp Alderman. Alderman, 287, 6 homers, and 27 driven in. Routine play for Daly. In his last outing, Sam went 92 pitches. Not quite sure what the pitch count will be today, but I think 80 would be a pretty good estimate as Alderman will stand in. Lefty on righty. First pitch on the way. And the pitch misses outside, 1-0. Another thing you need to keep in mind as well, next week it's a 7-game series against Chattanooga. We're going to have a doubleheader on Wednesday, so you don't want to tax the bullpen too much. Next offering, that misses high and away. Change up. 2-0 on the right-handed hitter. Alderman is 7 of 21 for this series. He's had a good week. He'll dig in. And the pitch. Missing down and in. A fastball that time. 3-0 on the right-handed hitter. Again, Rocket City lost 4 of 6 against these guys last month in Florida. Now they're trying to take 4 of 6 here at home. Off the line at first, Brown. Out to Geary with the 3-0. Swung on, in on his hands, fought off, down the line and right. Long run for Brown. Still going. He can't get there as it hits off the extended netting just north of the tarp down that right field line. 3-1 on the right-handed hitter. Now to Geary. You all know his story by now, out of Verona, Italy. Claimed by the Angels in a trade for Carlos Estevez last season. Made his big league debut in September of last year. 3-1. Swung and tipped foul at home plate. Kept it low on the fastball at 91, and tipping it was Alderman. 3-2 as Aldegiri looks to wrap up the first inning. Speaking of the Angels, they're losing to the Orioles at this hour, 5-2. They're playing the bottom of the 7th inning from Camden Yards. O's are going for the sweep. Christian Moore is not in the lineup as the pitch is cued foul up the first base line. It's spinning, but it's going to stay on the foul territory, grass rather, and remain at 3-2. Actually, check that. Moore has just checked into the game late in the contest. Has not had an at-bat yet. Back to home plate will go Alderman. Nolan Shonowell has a couple of hits today and an RBI. Zach Neto with a base knock as well. The look in. Aldegiri rocks back. Here's the 3-2. Swung and skied into left center. Who wants it? Calabrese will shield the sun with his glove. The left fielder puts the glove to it. A fly out to left by Alderman, and 1-2-3 go to Blue Wahoos in the top of the first inning. At the end of half a frame, Pensacola nothing, Rocket City coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, 1-2-3, when the Blue Wahoos on the top half. Now the Trash Pandas will come to the plate against Orlando Ortiz-Mayer, former Troy State Trojan. He'll go to the bump, and here's the lineup he'll face from Rocket City. Trash Pandas are 24-36. Nelson Rada leads it off and plays center field. He's had .295 for the year. Sam Brown will follow and play first base. In the 3 position, Denzer Guzman, he will play short. Though that trio has combined for 18 hits this week. That's outstanding. As the pitch cut on and missed by Rada, it's 0-1. Oscar Colas, who we mentioned earlier, will hit cleanup and be the designated hitter. He's 6 of 18 for the week with a home run. Travis Blankenhorn back in the lineup after taking yesterday off. He's in right and hitting 5th. Next pitch, hit foul straight back to the screen. Going to go to 0-2. Josh Crouch will hit 6th and do the catching. In the 7th spot is David Calabrese. He'll patrol left field. Mitch Daly in the 8th spot over at 3rd. Matt McCroskey will hit 9th and play 2nd as Mayer ahead in the count. From the belt and swinging and missing at a slider way out of the zone is Rada. He goes down on 3 pitches, one of the few times he's looked overwhelmed this season. Strikeout number 1 for Mayer, out number 1 in the first. Here's Sam Brown. Defense for the Trash Pandas, left to right. Coley, Sasaki, and Richardson. 3rd to 1st, Olmsted, Cerna, Morissette, and Zamora. Behind the plate, Bramwell, and on the hill, Orlando Ortiz Mayer. And his last name, Ortiz, then a dash M-A-Y-R, but it's pronounced Mayer as the pitch is inside. 1-0. John Mayer.
Just like the singer, John Mayer.
Yeah. Anyway, 3-2, a 4.15 ERA. Look for him to not go too far. He's about a 4 to 5 inning guy. As the pitch is rolled softly to second, moving to his right on a backhand Morissette. Fires to first in time, 2 quick outs in the first inning. For Vinzer Guzman, 218, 6 homers, 29 RBI. He's gone 5 innings on 3 occasions this season as Mayer, and that's his longest outing of the year. His last outing against Columbus on the 8th, he went 4 innings, got a no decision, allowed 3 hits and 2 runs. He also gave up 2 gopher balls and struck out 5. And a 9-2 Fish win. As the pitch cut through and missed by Guzman, 0-1. Fish against Rocket City on May the 18th. Struggled in that game. I remember that. He was a little all over the place, but Rocket City couldn't come through with a big hit. He only went 3 innings and allowed a run on a hit, walked 2, and struck out 4 as the pitch missing low, 1-1. And he was a guy who would get ahead in the count, just couldn't really finish anyone off. Guzman ready to go. Mayer will go from the third base side of the rubber. 1-1 on the way. Missed down and away. Threw him a fastball that time. Going to go to 2 balls and 1 strike. By the way, be sure you get out to Toyota Field next week. Because after next week, it's going to be a while till you see these guys. Here's the 2-1. Pitch ripped foul past third off the third base. Camerwell goes to 2-2. We will be the 21 after next week. 21 of the next 27 games will be on the road. To extrapolate that a little more, 30 of the next 36 days, the Trash Pandas will be away from Toyota Field. That includes road games, off days, and the All-Star break. That's crazy. Here's the 2-2. Down and away. Slide piece. Going to run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Extrapolate. That's a good word. That's
like
a good
word?
one, Josh.
That's a Harvard word.
Yeah,
I'm educated.
This is a crazy stretch where I think 35 straight games also within the state of Alabama.
From the belt, 3-2, hit foul straight back to the screen. Going to stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a good point. When's the last time we left Alabama?
It's in the notes.
It's in the notes. You know I'll read those from time to time. That'd probably be a good thing to do. As the payoff pitch is 2 to Guzman. 3-2. Swung, popped up. On the infield, coming in, the shortstop, Cerna. He's going to call everyone off. Right behind the pitcher's mound on the grass. He makes the squeeze. And 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the bottom of the first inning. We're at the end of 1 on Father's Day. It's scoreless. Trash Pandas and Blue Wahoos. You're listening to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. No score, Rocket City and Pensacola. 2-0 for the Blue Wahoos. Middle part of the order, Richardson, Zamora, and Morissette against Samuel Aldegiri, who cruised through the first inning, got a pop-up, a ground-out, and a fly-out. Here's Richardson, 292, 2 homers, 5 driven in, lefty on lefty. And the first pitch, did he go around? No, he did not on the check swing, says Daniel Bythway. 1-0 on the left-handed hitter. So 34 straight games in the state of Alabama. That began on May the 27th and will run through July 3rd. Next pitch misses low. 2-0. After this, Rocket City will have Chattanooga, and then following week we go to Montgomery before getting Knoxville here, and then we head to Tennessee for the July 4th holiday. Pitches tip foul into the mid of Crouch. Count at 2 balls and 1 strike on Richardson, who's had a rough week, 2 of 15 with 9 strikeouts, his first full week in the Marlins organization. 2-1. And the fastball going to miss low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Well off the line at third is Daly. Guarding the line at first is Brown. Again, Josh Carey and Chris Harris joined alongside Jeff Scarborough back at Mission Control. 3-1, another swing and a miss. Threw him a fastball away. Coming up empty was Richardson. Payoff pitch due to the left-handed hitter. Wind not a factor on this afternoon. Humid. Temperatures, though, in the low 80s. Folks are rather comfortable right now as they settle in this Sunday afternoon. Payoff pitch, here it is. Swung and drilled foul down the left side. That'll land on the picnic patio. And stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Final time these two teams are meeting this season, unless we should do battle in the postseason. Open stance for the left-handed hitting Richardson. They want to go high and in. 3-2. Swung and lofted into straightaway center. Going back a few strides is Rada. Now he drifts over to his right, makes the call and the catch. And that'll be the first out of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Well, again, just want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. It's a very special day. As many of you know about my family history, I lost mine back in 2008, and there's not a day that goes by I don't think of him. But to all the dads who are out there, happy Father's Day. And to all you kids, appreciate days like these because you never know when they're going to go away. As the pitch is low, 1-0. Josh Zamora, 203, 4 homers, and 15 driven in. He's had a rough week, 2 of 19 as he'll wait. 1-0 pitch. And the changeup going to miss high and go to 2 balls and no strikes. Now Aldegiri falls behind for the second hitter. Let's see if he can come back. Off the line at first is Brown. 2-0, here it is. Fastball, a strike. 2-1. Next pitch. And he missed with the fastball down and in. So 3 balls and a strike. And this is kind of the MO for Sam. He is effective, but boy, he works a lot of deep counts. He's now down 3-1 here to Zamora. Let's see if he can get back into this as the wind drifts out to left. And the pitch. Oh, that looked pretty good, but it was off the plate. Crowd gives Shane Sullivan some grief, but according to Pitch Tracks, that fastball was just off the corner. So trotting to first will be Zamora. That'll be walk number 1 by Aldeguerri and 1 on with 1 out for Cody Morissette. Morissette, 224, 2 homers, and 5 driven in. Lefty on lefty. First pitch. There's a strike. 4-seam fastball, 0-1 on the left-handed hitter. Morissette, 3 of 17 for the first 5 games. He'll stand back in. We really haven't talked a whole lot about him. Open stance. We've seen him now the last couple of seasons as the pitch. There's a strike. Throwing the fastball again. And it goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Morissette had to go on the injured list in mid-April after a fine start to the season. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and lofted into right. Coming in a few strides will be Blankenhorn. He slows up, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2. Can of corn to right, 2 outs, runner at first, and here's Johnny Olmstead. Before he stands in, let's take a moment for a station ID. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
Olmstead will stand in, lefty on righty. Aldeguerri kicks and delivers. Fastball hit foul straight back to the screen. Boy, that was targeted for our radio booth, but again, that netting has been extended for several years now. It used to be a lot lower, and you would see a lot of balls land up here and over in our suite area. Count 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Next pitch. That one line pass across the end of center field. That'll be a base hit. Taking second will be Zamora. Solid single by Olmstead, who's starting to heat up again against the Trash Pandas. It don't make no sense, but he'll pick up the base hit. That'll be the first hit of the game for the Blue Wahoos, and 2 on with 2 out for Shane Sasaki.
He's just strong. I mean, that was a pitch that was out of the strike zone up, but he was able to stretch those arms out, get extended, and still was able to get it over 100 miles an hour off the bat.
We need to talk to him and find out what it is he's got against the Trash Pandas. He's .375 against Rocket City for the year across 12 games now. He's .226 against everyone else. Here's the pitch. Now one lined into center, but right at Rada. Comes in a couple steps, makes the catch. Sasaki lines out to center, and the Blue Wahoos will strand 2 in the Northrop Grumman second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the second on its way, still no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3! You're out!
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second, no score, Rocket City and Pensacola. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Colas to lead it off, as he faces Ortiz Mayer, who retired the side in order in the first, and the pitch is a sinker that misses low at 94. 1-0 to the left-handed hitter. Oscar, 6 of 18 for the series. Homer, 4 RBI. He's also scored twice, batting .324 as a Trash Panda. Off the line at third is Olmsted, the pitch. There's a strike. Boom, another fastball over the outer half. Going to go to 1-1. Wind still drifting out toward left center field. They play him straight away and deep. Mayer kicks and delivers. Fired a changeup that missed down and in. Going to go to 2-1 on Oscar Colas. Mayer, like I mentioned, formerly of Troy State University, he actually began his collegiate career at Kansas City Community College. Next offering, that misses away. Going to go to 3 balls and a strike. So he was born in Puerto Rico, started his collegiate career in Kansas City, wound up in Troy, Alabama, and then began his professional career with the Dodgers. He was an undrafted free agent with Los Angeles. As the right-hander comes set again, the 3-1. Fastball, there's a strike on the inner half. Going to go to 3-2. Wound up at Troy. He was there for 2 seasons, 20 and 21, and actually became the Trojans' weekend starter in 21. Wound up at Osceola College in Kissimmee, Florida. From the belt, 3-2 pitch. Swung on, cued to third, waiting back along the ground, making the field and throw is Olmsted. He goes across the diamond in time. Colas out 5-3. And one away in the Northrop Grumman second inning for Travis Blankenhorn.
I learned something about Travis. I don't know if Eric Bramer told you this, but he pointed out in their media guide he is the all-time leader in Pensacola Blue Wahoos history in leadoff home runs.
Really?
He has 5 of them.
Oh. Righty on lefty, first pitch. Oh, hit him. That was a slider that got away from Mayer, and that's the thing about Ortiz Mayer. He's got stuff, he just doesn't always have command. That one got away from him, and it caught Blankenhorn, I think, on his back foot. We'll take a look at it. Yeah. Try to skip out of the way of that one. So leadoff hit by pitch. So you forget about that about Travis. Earlier in his career, he still can run, but he ran a lot more back then.
And happy Father's Day to Travis as well. I don't know if any of his family listening, watching in, but of course Travis a dad, and love to see his family when they're around too.
Righty on righty, as standing in is Josh Crouch. First pitch is a fastball right through there. 0-1. Speaking of which, we've got a few Trash Pandas who are dads. And first, the coaching staff, Rod Barajas and Andy Shatsley both are. In fact, Rod's kids are here. They're both in high school trying to start their baseball careers as players. From the belt, the 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Slider down and away. It goes to 0-2. And Sean Poppin, his family's back in the Atlanta area. I don't know if they're here this weekend or not.
Of course, for Rod, this ought to be the best Christmas day for him. He's got 8 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets something from all 8, man, that's good.
Nice pitch in the dirt. Going to skip past Bramwell and go to the backstop. That'll be a slider. It's 60 feet 6 inches from the rubber to home plate. He threw that one about, 55 feet or so. Nothing Bramwell could do with it. As Blankenhorn will take second. Tell you what, we ought to see if Rod and the wife want to try for one more or maybe adopt. That way they can have their own team. Got all 9 of them out there. There's the replay on the wild pitch by Mayer. Righty on righty. Lead at second. Next offering. Fastball hit foul to the screen. 1-2. I am not a father, but can you imagine 8 kids?
I can't, no.
Rod flat out said, the hardest thing about it is that what you do for one child is not going to work for the other, and you got to sort of balance it. It's kind of like coaching. When you got to deal with 25 kids in your clubhouse, or 28 here at the AA level. Here's the 1-2. Swung, rolled to third, moving to his left on 2 hops. Olmsted fires across the diamond in time, staying at second. Blankenhorn. Crouch rolls out to third, 2 away, runner at second. Here's David Calabrese.
He's talking with Nelson Prada, the manager for Pensacola, as they see a replay of this bouncing ball towards the left side of the infield, taken care of by Olmsted. But as soon as I went in to drop off some stuff this morning, he asked me if I was a father. I said, I am not. He says, well, I'm not either, but we talked about our dads, and said his dad is 83 years old.
Righty on lefty. Fastball cut on and missed, 0-1.
I tell you, Josh, this is my first Father's Day without my dad. Lost him in February, and it's tough. It really is, you know, but I've had more amazing thoughts about him and our time together.
The 0-1 is slider that misses outside, 1-1. That's all you can really do because, at some point for most of us, it's the parent who goes before the child, and you're left with the memories, and that's what matters the most. As Calabrese will stand back in. Blankenhorn away at second. And the 1-1. Breaking ball swung through and missed, so we'll go to 1-2. Actually, I had a funny moment earlier today. Angie Blaylock is our accounting director in the front office for the Trash Pandas. Wonderful human being, but her father-in-law is still alive, and he speaks Spanish, and so she was trying to figure out how to write or text in Spanish, Happy Father's Day, as this pitch called strike three. She got a little bit of help by some of the Spanish-speaking players to get that done, but Calabrese is rung up. That'll be strikeout number 2 for Mayer, and Rocket City will strand a runner in the Northrop Grumman second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We'll move to the third, no score. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Beds Express third inning, still no score. Rocket City and Pensacola. Duo for the Blue Wahoos, the 9-1-2 hitters, Bramwell, Coley, and Cerna against Samuel Aldegiri. As the first pitch is outside, just missing with a fastball was Sam. It's 1-0. Bramwell, 111, 2 homers, 4 RBI. He's appeared in one other game and hit a 2-run homer. Contest. The fastball misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Now to Gary down in the count. Looks like the Angels are going to get swept by the Orioles. They're down 11-2 in the 9th inning. Meanwhile, the Braves, oh no. Pitch drill. Will it stay fair down the left field line? That is a foul ball. Just missing a Titanic home run was Spencer Bramwell. He hit one 469 feet to left center on Thursday, and he just about hit it the same distance there, but it tailed to the left. Whew.
Yeah, this was a fastball that was grooved. My goodness gracious. That was a 432.
He hit it over that brick structure, that elevator shaft to nowhere we've got, as the pitch is a strike. Going to 2-2, that's where the new visiting clubhouse will come in future years. But boy, oh boy, that was a big one down the left field line, and making the call was Daniel Bythway. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Slider down and away as Aldegiri didn't mess around after that deep fly by Bramwell. Strikeout number 1 by Sam. That'll be strikeout number 1 for him. And one away in the Betts Express third inning for Mark Coley. By the way, it's a final now in Baltimore. Orioles win 11-2. Meanwhile, the Braves, boy, they're taking on the chin against the lowly Rockies 10-1 in the eighth inning. Coley popped to first to lead off the ball game. First pitch. There's a strike. Threw him a changeup that time. It's 0-1. You know, you should never say you need to sweep a series just because sweeps are hard, but if you're Atlanta, you needed to sweep that one. As the next pitch swung through and missed, another changeup down and away. 0-2 as Aldegiri quickly ahead in the count. Coley now 5 of 15 for the series. He's had a nice week. Driven in 3 runs as he'll stand in. Off the line at first is Brown. They play him straight away in the outfield. Next pitch. In the dirt that time, and did it hit him? Yeah, it did. And it also caught a piece of Josh Crouch. He's on a knee. He took the worst of that as opposed to Coley. I thought the ball was in the dirt, but that's the last thing Sam wanted to do was hit a guy 1-2. Here's the replay. Right on the toe. I think it caught Josh somewhere else. Throw over to first and back safely is Coley. So 1 on with 1 out. Here's Jared Cerna. He grounded to third his first time. Lefty on righty. The pitch. There's a strike. Fired a fastball over the inner half. Going to go to 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Wind is drifting out toward left field. Cerna will stand back in. Coley a threat to steal. He's 11 of 16. Here's the set. The 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. Going to go to 0-2. Pensacola known for running all over the place. They lead the league in steals, but Rocket City's done a pretty good job on them this series. They did steal 3 yesterday, but 2 of those came during one trip around the bases. That was Sasaki back in the 6th inning. See if I can count that up here.
Can you count that high?
I'm not sure. The 0-2 on the way. That one lofted into right, but no, drift foul onto the berm down that right field line as a fan tried to come up with it. The count is at 0-2. The right-handed hitter will stand back in as Brown retreats to the first base bag. By my count, here's the set. Check a first. The 0-2. Just missed with the fastball high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pensacola with 5 stolen bases this week. However, 3 came last night and then 2 more were on Thursday. So Rocket City's done a pretty good job on them. Cerna digs back in. Here's the 1-2. Hit foul straight back to the screen. Went back to the changeup and flicking it away was Cerna. Going to stay on a ball and 2 strikes. We talked about what a rough season it's been for him so far, but maybe this is a turning point. He's got 8 hits for the week and has his average up to 215. Came over from the Yankees for Jazz Chisholm as the next pitch, fastball high and away. Going to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we're scoreless as we play the top of the Betts Express 3rd inning. Trash Pandas looking for the series win. Pensacola looking for a split. Aldegiri from the letters. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt again, knocked down, runner takes off, and taking second without a throw will be Coley. I think they'll call that a wild pitch. I don't think he was off on the offering. It was just a good ball and dirt read by Coley. And it will be a wild pitch. So Coley takes second, and the count runs full to Cerna. Shaded up the middle, the second baseman, McCroskey. Off the line at first is Brown. 3-2. Missed outside, ball 4. My goodness, he was ahead 0-2 and couldn't seal the deal. So he was ahead 2 strikes on Coley and plunked him. Then he was ahead 0-2 on Cerna and wound up giving up a walk. Walk number 1 by Aldeguerri, and 2 on with 1 out for Kemp Alderman. He flew out to left his first time up. By the way, coming up in the bottom of the third, you'll hear from the third member of our team, Hannah Russo, who's done a nice job all week as our sideline reporter. Wheel towards second. Throw goes off the mid of McCroskey, trickles into left field. Each man will move up a base. We'll have to take a look at that again, but it's going to be an error on somebody. Coley second to third, Cerna first to second. And now suddenly Pensacola with a chance to take the lead. I think they'll give that to McCroskey.
Yeah, that's a miscatch.
So how do you like this? A hit by pitch, a walk, and now a fielding error, and you got runners at second and third with 1 out, as standing in is Alderman, who flew out to left his first time. Rocket City not doing themselves any favors here. The set, pitch to Alderman. Missing away, another changeup. It's 1-0. So Sam's scuffling a little bit. Alderman with that fly out, now 7 of 22 for the 6 games. Infield comes in. Aldeguerri, 1-0 pitch. Swung, hit foul, straight back to the screen. Good cut that time by Alderman. Going to even at 1-1.
Alderman's had Sam's number. He has 3 hits and 7 at-bats, including a double over the course of the season so far. And he's a guy that can hit lefties pretty well, too.
Lefty on righty. Here's the 1-1. That one drilled deep left, turning and looking Calabrese. That one is out of here. Into that inflatable down the left field line. A 3-run homer by Kemp Alderman. Home run number 7, RBI 28, 29, and 30. A whopping 114 off the bat and 471 to left. It's now 3-0.
Well, this team doesn't get cheated on swings. That's their 13th home run in the month of June in 13 games. They've had 4 3-homer games, and they hit some long ones.
And the frustrating thing here is you are ahead of Coley, you are ahead of Cerna. Both got on base, and that preceded that. As the first pitch, a swing and a miss by Richardson. It's 0-1. By the way, all 3 runs are earned. Richardson flew out to center his first time. Next pitch. There's a strike. Fastball again, and Aldeguerri ahead in the count as Richardson falls behind 0-2. So Rocket City going to have to work from behind this afternoon. Guarding the line at first is Brown, the pitch. Swung on, grounded to Aldeguerri. He knocks it down with the glove. Picks it up, bad throw, gets away from Brown. Ball trickles away, and that'll be an E1. Let's see if Aldeguerri's all right. You can tell he's frustrated by the home run, but he knocked that ball down and just kind of picked the ball up and just fired it over there, but it was low and in, and Brown couldn't pick it.
Just put that glove down, and it was off the side of the glove. 107, another hard hit ball, and that's just a really difficult play for Sam Brown on that home plate side of first base, trying to make a play with that runner coming in on you.
So Aldeguerri's got to be careful here and make sure the game doesn't get out of hand. Lefty on righty, first pitch, swing and a miss. High fastball, it's 0-1. 2 errors in the inning.
He's got to start working down. Everything he's throwing is up in the zone, and that's why you're seeing so many hard hit balls.
Waiting again is Zamora. And the knocks offering in the dirt. Good stop by Crouch. Going to go 2-1-1. Zamora walked his first time up, and activity already starting in the Rocket City pen. That's Jesus Cruz. Aldeguerri had 55 pitches, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Zamora hitting .400 against Aldeguerri. Long wait. Here's the 1-1. Swung, popped up. Boy, he just missed that one. Coming in is Calabrese. Glasses beaming. He'll make the catch, the left fielder. Flying out to left is Zamora. That'll be out number 2, retreating to first. is Richardson. So he got the home run. Of the other outs, he's got 1 strikeout plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flyouts. One of them a pop-up on the infield. So 2 away. Here's Morissette. Morissette flew out to right his first time up. Lefty on lefty. Out to Geary. Kicks and delivers. Took something off. There's a curveball. We haven't seen too many of those. That's through for a strike. 0-1. 3 runs on 2 hits. 2 errors in the inning, but again, all 3 runs are earned. Here's the 0-1. That one cued deep third, backhanded. Nice play, Daly. Long throw across. In time. Good play by Mitch Daly. A lot of topspin on that ball. Still, he came up with it, made a good throw to first. Morissette out 5-3, and the inning is over. But 3 runs all earned on 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left. Bottom of the Beds Express third inning on its way. Hannah Russo coming out of the break. It's 3-0 Pensacola. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
All right, thank you, Hannah. The next pitch is bounced to third by Mitch Daly. Up with it and on to first in time is Johnny Olmstead. 1 away in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch was off the plate, then Daly hit a hard one hopper to third baseman Olmstead. 1 away in the Beds Express third inning. And Mac McCroskey will come to the plate. 218 with no homers and 7 runs driven in. And they're talking about the family culture down there. Andy Shansley has done a wonderful job building that, and that's probably one of the reasons why this team has played so well in recent weeks, as the first pitch cut on and missed by McCroskey. 0-1, holds everyone accountable, but you and I are both in that clubhouse on a day-to-day basis. We know there's a tight bond among the players down there. Righty on righty. Next pitch to Mack. Down and away. Slider by Mayer. It's going to even out a ball and a strike.
The thing is, these are your family members during the season. You're around your teammates, your coaches.
More than you are your real family.
Yeah.
1-1. Fastball in the side out swing. Foul off to the right. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes on Mac McCroskey, as ahead of the count is Mayer. The right-handed hitter ready to go. They play him straight away, both in the infield and the outfield. 1-2 on the way. In the dirt. Spiked the slider that time. Count evening at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 3-0. Pensacola with the advantage on a 3-run homer in the top half of this inning by Kemp Alderman. From the belt, 2-2 to Mack. Swing and a miss. Throw him a cutter away. McCroskey comes up empty. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Mayer. Out number 2 in the Beds Express third inning. Back to the top of the order. And Nelson Rada. Fans slide into Beds Express for a winning night's sleep. Official mattress partner of your home team dreams. So here's Rada, 0 for 1, a strikeout swinging to lead off the first. So far, Mayer has looked dynamite. First pitch to Rada. He squares the bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Let's see, Mayer. Went 5 scoreless against Knoxville back on April the 26th. Walked 4 but struck out 6 in that game. As the pitch launched foul down the left side by Rada. It goes to 0-2. He's quickly ahead in the count, and he'll try to wrap up the inning right here. Clouds still rolling in overhead, but we should be good for the afternoon as we wrap up this 6-game series. They're giving Rada a moment to recover here. Now he'll stand back in. Mayer back on the rubber. Off the line at third is Olmstead. Near the line at first, Demore. They play him straight away in the outfield. From the belt, here's the 0-2. Just missed inside with a cutter. Going to go to a ball and 2 strikes on Rada, who's now 7 of 21 for the series. As his average up to 295 entering play today. Mayer, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A fastball. That was a changeup high and away. Rada went out of the zone. Second time he's done that to Rada, and Nelson with no answers. Strikeout number 4 for Mayer. He strikes out 2 of the 3 many faces in a 1-2-3 Beds Express third inning. We'll move to the fourth. It's still 3-0 Pensacola. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City trailing at 3-0 as we head to the fourth inning. New pitcher in for Rocket City. Here to tell you about it is Chris Harris.
Will be the right-hander Jesus Cruz, who we've seen in long relief and starting as he delivers a pitch in there for a strike to Johnny Olmstead. Tell you what, Cruz, of course, a former big leaguer with both the Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves, another one of these veteran relievers in this bullpen. The 0-1 pitch is popped in the air by Olmstead, first base side, foul territory. Brown a long run, but he'll run out of room as it lands in the fourth row down that first base side. Well, the numbers on Jesus Cruz for the Trash Pandas this year. Cruz making his 8th appearance. This is his first relief appearance in a while. He'd made 5 consecutive starts, partly when George Clausen was injured as well. Filled in for him. The 0-2 bounces low and outside, also with Alda Gary making that stint in the big leagues. 0-1, a 1.89 ERA, 19 innings of work, 4 earned runs allowed. He's walked 11. He struck out 15. He's just a professional pitcher. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and he strikes out Olmstead. And down on strikes he goes. That'll bring in Shane Sasaki.
It's going to be interesting to see how Andy Shatsley plays it next week. Again, you got 7 games against a contender in Chattanooga. As you look at the strikeout again, you know one of those days is a doubleheader. You'll probably go bullpen, but this is typically your opener for that. We'll see if this changes anything.
Cruz delivers, and the pitch low and outside for a ball. We don't have the rotations for next week. That'll let you know that there's still some moving parts. 1-0 pitch on the way to Sasaki, and he fouls it straight back and out of play. Sasaki, 2 for 10 in the series. Been around for a good bit. Former third-round pick back in 2019 by Tampa Bay. He's wearing that, or he's using that baby blue bat today for prostate cancer awareness and for Father's Day. See a lot of guys. You can tell who has the good bat deals on days like today. The 2-1 swung on, popped up on the right side of the infield. Now in foul territory, Brown. He's tracking it onto the warning track over there in front of the Trash Pandas dugout. He makes the catch. And that's quickly out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for one Jesus Cruz. And that's the thing with Jesus. You've got a guy here that is not going to overwhelm you. His fastball in the 90 to 92 range. But no situation is going to be too big for him. And he's had some jams. He's worked his way out of those for the most part. And he's given, more importantly, this club some very valuable innings.
And experience. He's one of those guys who can lean his knowledge onto the younger guys.
Especially the Latin guys in that clubhouse as well. Cruz.
But you talk about him being a professional pitcher. What you just said about his repertoire and how hard he throws and things like, he knows that. And he knows how to work with and around it.
There's a line drive, sit down the right field line, another hard hit ball. That one's going to one-hop the wall. Played off the wall by Blankenhorn. Fires it towards second base. It's cut off by McCroskey, and sliding into second base with a double on another hard hit ball is Spencer Bramwell. Nearly missed a home run. It went foul in the 3rd inning, eventually struck out. And that time he doubles down the line, his 2nd extra base hit of the series. And Bramwell's first double of the year. So a 2-out base runner. That'll bring in Mark Coley. I would venture to imagine, if you look back towards his outings, he's almost averaged a runner and a half on base in every inning, but he's been able to work around it a lot. That's why he has that low earned run average. Here's Mark Coley, the second, as he checks his swing on a good off-speed pitch. They appeal, and he did go around. So it's 0-1.
Very rarely does he pitch a 1-2-3 inning. It's shaky at times, but he knows what he's doing.
Native of Mexico is Jesus Cruz. 30 years old, 6'1", 230 pounds. He was signed as a free agent this past March. When you look at this bullpen, Josh, you got Jesus Cruz. You have guys who pitched last night. Of course, Jordan Holloway, 28 years old. You got Sean Poppin at 31. All guys with big league time that add depth, experience. And they've done a lot of different things as pitchers. And you can ask them to go long, go short, whatever you need.
Don't forget about Kelvin Caceres with a little bit of big league experience. Jose Quijada as well.
1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss that time. Saw Quijada last night. Gave up an unearned run. But you got that big league experience, and this bullpen's been really, really good.
And now you're peppering it amongst the everyday players as well with Blankenhorn and Colas in there.
1-2 pitch on the way from the right-hander. Runner goes from second base. Ground balls hit towards short. Fielded out there by Denzer. He'll fire it across to get the speedy Coley for the 3rd out. And that double does not come back to haunt Cruz like most of the time when he's out there. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning from Toyota Field on this Father's Day. Trash Pandas trail Pensacola 3-0. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Cliff Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Here we go to the bottom of the 4th inning from Toyota Field. Sun popping out behind the clouds once again as a right-hander for the Blue Wahoos goes back to work. It's Orlando Ortiz-Mayer. Delivers a first pitch ball to Sam Brown. Sam Aldegari, the starter for Rocket City, 3 innings, 3 runs. They were all earned on 2 hits, walked 2, and struck out 1. The next to Brown, a big swing and a miss, and the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Aldegari threw 58 pitches, 37 for strikes, as you mentioned earlier, his second start in the series, and usually that second time around we see them have a lower pitch count. The 1-1, it's elevated high and outside a ball. This is badly, and it's 2-1 on Brown, who grounded out his first time up.
Should be noted that Orlando Ortiz-Mayer is not related to the recording artist John Mayer. Just want to get that out there.
Did someone ask?
To be fair.
2-1 pitch. It's a ball, 3 balls, and a strike.
As if anyone cares.
What is your favorite John Mayer song?
It was the early one, back in the early 2000s. Going off to high school, going to scream at the top of my lungs.
3-1 pitch, down and in. That's ball 4 to Sam Brown. I really don't.
Rise Above. That's what it's called.
I figured you would say, what is it? A body is a wonderland? Is that? Your body is a wonderland. Mine's a theme park. So Brown with a leadoff walk as we start this bottom of the 4th inning. Josh is out of the, zingers on a Sunday. Pitch fouled straight back by Denzer Guzman. Bumped out his first time up.
We're talking about fathers. My dad would have liked you because he would have liked lines like that.
Nothing at 1 on Denzer. It was good to see Denzer back in the lineup last night. He was very good last night as well. A couple of knocks. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Ortiz-Mayer. A big swing and a miss that time. 4 for 13 in the series. A pair of doubles. He's up to now 12 doubles on the year. That leads the club. This meat of the order is becoming very imposing. 0-2 pitch bounces in the dirt. Kind of a snap throw, fake throw, pump fake over to first base by Bramwell, but he held on to it. 1-2 on Guzman.
That's what's made watching this team so much fun. It's just, this is really the first year I've seen guys really grow, and here's what I mean.
1-2 pitch on the way now to Guzman. He swings, and it's a double play ball towards short. 1 hopper for Cerna, 2nd for 1 over to first, a double play. That was out the end of the bat, but it just led the shortstop, Jared Cerna, towards second base, and an easy flip to Morissette. And that erases that leadoff walk. By the way, Brown been on base now in 20 of his last 22. with that walk. But now 2 outs, nobody on for Oscar Colas.
Obviously, that double play is not what I mean by growth, but you look back at the Trash Pandas history, the development was a little skewed.
Colas a little tardy on that first pitch fastball at 93.
As they went from the Billy Epler era to Perry's era, obviously they were trying to figure out what prospects really fit what the Angels were trying to do. In the first few years, you frankly had a lot of guys who weren't really major league prospects, but were just solid professional ball players.
Fastball up again, and he's...
Even that 22 team that won both halves of the Southern League and went to the playoffs, there were a lot of guys on there who were really good AA players, but you didn't really expect them to contribute heavily at the major league level. This team's a little different. You see a lot of pieces in there who, if the chips fall right, could get to the show one day.
Colas takes that one downstairs, so tardy on a couple of fastballs, takes the breaking ball down, but you're right. This team has an above-average amount of major league experience. There were 9 former big leaguers on this roster. The 1-2 pitch sails high, and he lays off of that one, and it's 2-2 now.
And this guy's one of them right here.
Overall, 88 games with the White Sox, a .278 career batter in the big leagues, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs as a big league player. 2-2 pitch to Oscar. And he takes it just off the outside corner for a ball. And it's a full count. So from 0-2 to 3-2 on Colas. On deck, if the inning is extended, it will be Travis Blankenhorn, who's played in 100 major league games in his career. Most recently with the Nationals. 3-2 payoff. It's low and in. Ball 4. So a good at-bat that time by Colas. Second walk of the inning and of the ball game issued by Ortiz Mayer, and here comes Travis Blankenhorn. He was hit by one of those off-speed pitches in the back foot his last time up.
Starting to look at that Pensacola pin. No one throwing, at least not yet. He's only at 54 pitches, but now I look over there, some guys are beginning to walk about.
Ortiz Mayer is at 54 pitches. They went with 6 starters in this series. First start of the series for Ortiz Mayer. A check swing there by Blankenhorn. First pitch changeup. He was able to hold it in time. For Blankenhorn, numbers not quite as good in the big leagues. Made his big league debut with the Twins in 2020. Did Travis. Here's this one fouled away on the third base side and out of play. 2023 with the Nationals saw the bulk of major league action. He played in 49 games for the Nats. Those numbers, 91 at bats. He had 14 hits, a couple of home runs, 10 RBIs, 8 walks. Here's a 1-1, and he takes it a little bit downstairs for a ball that time. 2-1. Hitter's count for Blankenhorn, who came back with a vengeance on Friday. That was his first game back in the lineup. He was 2 for 3, a double, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Smoke going down that right field line. Here's a 2-1 pitch to him. Swinging the ball hit out the end of the bat. Slowly towards the left side of the infield. Charging Olmstead. He'll throw on the move, and he just gets Blankenhorn for the third out. So no runs in the inning, no hits, 2 walks, and 1 left on base after 4 complete on this Sunday afternoon here in Madison, Alabama. Pensacola 3 and Rocket City nothing. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Mad Daddy's Burger
Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the fifth inning, it's a sun-splashed Sunday. Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, and glad you're spending some time with us this afternoon, and I'm sure probably a lot of dads are watching their sons play or grandsons play on Valley Live, MILB.TV today, probably for the Blue Wahoos and the Trash Pandas, and glad you're with us, and thanks for being a part of all these young men's life. There's a quick pitch on 0-1 from Cruz, and that pitch fouled back over here on the first base side of the netting. It's 0-2 on Jared Cerna. 2, 3, and 4 batters against the right-hander Jesus Cruz. Chris Harris and Josh Carey with you from Toyota Field.
Mind if I give a scoreboard update after this pitch?
You can do it whenever you would like.
Aww.
0-2 from Cruz. Breaking ball, fouled back. We'll do it again.
So Knoxville wins 9-2 today over Columbus. They're still in the hunt in that Northern Division, but check this out. Chattanooga, again, shooting themselves in the foot. They were up 6-0 after 4 today over in Tennessee. Biloxi has come back with 6 in the 5th and 3 in the 7th to take a 9-6 lead.
There's a call, third strike on Cerna. He didn't like the call. Might have been a little bit up to him, but according to our pitch tracks, it was right there on the inside corner and in the zone. So a good call on a close pitch to take, obviously, but a good call by Shane Sullivan. And a strikeout for Cerna. Strikeout number 2 for Jesus Cruz as that pitch is hit hard, foul towards the dugout. Thankfully hit the railing as he was well late on that 88-mile-an-hour cutter from Cruz. He works quickly, the 0-1 pitch. It's swung on, lifted high in the air, deep towards right field. Blankenhorn going back. He looks up, and that ball is foul onto the berm. It slices off the bat of Kemp Alderman. And thankfully it goes foul. Not quite home run distance, but he'll head back to home plate with a count now. No balls and 2 strikes.
And one more score to give. They're just underway from Montgomery. Birmingham and Biscuits are scoreless. Chattanooga entering play a half game up on the Barons as the first half ends a week from today.
0-2 pitch upstairs for a ball that time. That slider kind of slipped out of the hand of Cruz. In the second game last night, it was a 7-inning no-hitter. Clingstones were held without a hit. Of course, the first time they've been no-hit in team history. The 1-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Cruz. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. That's back-to-back strikeouts. His third. He's retired all 5 batters that he's faced since coming in after Sam Aldegari. And a little giddy up from the right-hander. In the game last night, Clingstones have kind of been falling off a little bit lately. But they're no hit in the second game yesterday. Pitch on the way, a little bit down and away that time to Grant Richardson.
It's what I would call a minor league no-hitter. They've gotten no hits, but they didn't get the shutout. 2 walks and a ground out led to the lone Columbus run.
Yeah, 5-1. That run This charge to their starter Wiggins. Here's a line drive. That's a base hit to right center field off the bat of Grant Richardson. Over to get it, Rada. A strong turn around first base, but staying put is Richardson. He'll settle for a 2-out single. And that is a 2-out base hit, first hit of the ball game for Grant. Yeah, I was looking at that. There's A.J. Puckett, a third of an inning. That was after he had been ejected in the first game.
For what we believe was a foreign substance. He didn't even enter the game technically. They explain in a moment.
Pitch on the way is just a tad downstairs. Look to catch the bottom of the zone to Josh Zamora.
Whenever a new pitcher comes in the game, you'll see the umpire go up, check their glove, check their hands, make sure nothing nefarious is on there. Apparently they found something and they booted him right there.
1 ball, no strikes on Zamora. And that's a fastball. He can't catch up to it. 92 from Cruz. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Trash Pandas wearing those camo jerseys on this Sunday. Pink today for Pensacola. The 1-1. This is a little bit upstairs that time with, again, the cutter. 2 balls and a strike on Zamora.
Now, Chris, how dare you? It's hot pink. They don't have pink in Florida. They have hot pink.
It's the old school jerseys that doesn't button up as the over the head. There's a stolen base as Richardson unabated. I tell you what, McCroskey almost deked him out of that ball being a foul ball. He started heading back towards first base,
and if he had done that, they would have had an out because ball's still in play. They didn't call time.
Stolen base number 4, by the way, for Grant Richardson. Count even now 2-2 on Zamora. They scored all 3 of their runs in that third inning. They led it 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Cruz takes a look out there at Richardson, and the pitch. Swung on, popped him up. Out towards shallow right center field. Mack going back, calls everybody off, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're halfway home. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Rocket City trailing Pensacola 3-0. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results. As nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Thanks, Hannah. Appreciate that update. And Josh Crouch, first pitch fouls it away, and the next on the way from Orlando Ortiz-Mayer, fouled straight back, 0-2.
Talking about Spencer Bramwell, who's already had a heck of a day. He's struck out, but almost had a home run earlier in his at-bat, and then doubled a couple of innings ago.
When you get an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. Kind of like Josh Crouch here. In his last 2 starts, he has a home run. Miles Emerson's been playing pretty much 4 out of 6 in these series lately as Crouch pops up the pitch on the right side of the infield and in foul territory. Over to get it is Zamora as he makes that catch for out number 1. 1 away. Well, don't forget, on Tuesday, this homestand continues. It's a 2-week homestand, so we're back, of course, in action on Tuesday. And another great giveaway coming your way. The adult trash jersey presented by Nucor. It's for the first 1,500 fans, 18 or older. It's a really cool jersey and just says trash on it. So if you like a trash jersey, I'll get that on Tuesday night. 6:35 first pitch as the Pandas host the Chattanooga Lookouts for game 1 of a 7-game series in 6 days. Here's Calabrese, takes a pitch on the inside corner. That's strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Calabrese. Crouch, Calabrese, and Daly. That's who's due up here in this bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Blue Wahoos. 186 batter is Calabrese. And give him that third base left field line. The 0-2 pitch. It's a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Some great promotions coming up next week. You got Superhero Night coming up as well on Thursday. Trash Cancer Night. First Responder Night. Racing Night with Landon Huffman and his custom Trash Pandas race car as well. Head on over to TrashPandasBaseball.com, TPTix.com. Grab your tickets for those great promotions. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Calabrese. He stays alive, bounces that last one foul as he takes it down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. David has a home run in the series. He's 1 for 7. Look at the defense for Pensacola. You see the infield shifting him to pull. Next to Calabrese, a little bit downstairs, maybe a tad off that corner. Not a bad pitch at all from Ortiz Mayer, but left the change up alone. And now it goes to full 3-2 on Calabrese. Stands up right in that box on the left side. And the pitch swung on, a pitch lined foul. Into the second level up there on the third base side. We'll do it again on 3-2. Veteran guy Calabrese from Maple, Ontario, Canada. Here's the next. Swung on, fouled off. Oh, the catcher, Spencer Bramwell, who Anna was talking about, took a direct shot on that foul tip off the bat of Calabrese, and Spencer chatting it up there with David and played umpire Shane Sullivan. And some words of encouragement as well. So it's still 3-2 on Calabrese here. This will be pitch number 8 in the sequence, the 3-2. Downstairs, ball 4. That's the third walk in the last 6 batters faced by Ortiz Mayer. None of those walks have come back to haunt him. See if the Pandas can make him pay here. Bottom of the lineup is Mitch Daly will step in. Kid who played his high school baseball just down the road, 2.6 miles from where he's standing right here at home plate over at Bob Jones High School. At first base, good speed over there for Calabrese. As the right-hander deals and that breaking ball misses down and away, a slider at 83. A lot of folks, you're probably, if you're watching, you can see all the folks using their fans. It's not hot, but it's enough to need to move some air. A little bit of a breeze from right to left, but not a whole lot for these fans. A pitch swung on and missed that time by Mitch. And the count evens up. Here's a look. Able to find whatever you can to Get some air moving. Good crowd on this Father's Day Sunday. Post-game catch on the field for fans as well. Specifically for fathers, but it'll be good to see that. 1A and 2A. Swing and a miss that time by Daly. Mitch grounded out his first time up. Sitting at 1 for 12 in the series. A 24-year-old from Madison, but moved 8 times growing up. His father, a 4-star general in the United States Army. Here's a 1-2 pitch on the way from Ortiz Mayer. And it's, oh wow. To be just off the outside corner according to pitch tracks, but it was close. A good changeup from the right-hander, and called out on strikes is Daly for out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for the Pensacola right-hander. That was, according to our computer screen, off the plate, but it was very close. That'll bring in Matt McCroskey with Calabrese. We'll see if he wants to maybe try and take second base here during this at-bat with 2 outs. He's not going. And Max swings and fouls it straight back and out of play. Well, McCroskey's had some nice moments in this series so far. Scored a couple of runs in the win on Wednesday. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way now from Ortiz Mayer as he delivers a strike quickly in the hole now. 0-2 is Matt. Struck out his first time up facing off against this right-hander for the Blue Wahoos. No activity. And, well, I'll take that back. There is activity in that Pensacola bullpen. They have a left-hander throwing. There is activity in the Rocket City bullpen as well. As a pitch misses downstairs. 1-2. Pitch count right now is at 77 for Ortiz Mayer. That Pensacola bullpen. The left-hander throwing. 1-2 pitch. And he takes it low and outside. Nice job by Mack to not chase that pitch down and away. The count evens up at 2-2. This might be a good time to start that runner. As you see Kelvin Caceres warming up for Rocket City. Calabrese at first base, not going. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes to end the bottom half of the 5th. So we head to the 6th inning from here at Toyota Field. Trash Pandas still trailing the Blue Wahoos 3-0 in this series finale. Come back with the top half of the 6th. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1-year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, we welcome you back inside Toyota Field. Top of the 6th inning. It's 3-0 Pensacola in the series finale. Trash Pandas lead the series 3-2, but trying to get a series win and have to come back and do it as Saw him coming back. Kelvin Caceres takes over on the mound for Rocket City. First pitch fouled away there by Cody Morissette. As Caceres faces off against the left-handed batter. 218 hitter, a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs for Morissette. Limited time because he's been on the IL a lot this year. Morissette was on the IL from April 15th through May the 27th. He's behind now to Caceres 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a bouncer foul down that first base line for Kelvin, the 25-year-old from Santiago, Dominican Republic. Comes on for his 17th appearance. He has an 0-4 record, but a 2.49 earned run average. Second appearance in the series. As the right-hander gets his sign, now the 0-2 again. Off-speed pitch is a call. Third strike at the top of the zone. Morissette did not like the call, but it was right there at the top of the zone. Good call by Shane Sullivan, and Morissette down on strikes. First strikeout for Caceres. Ended up coming back over the plate to get the call. And here's Johnny Olmstead now after the strikeout from Kelvin. Another Trash Panda with Major League Baseball experience. Missed the entire regular season last year due to that right shoulder lat tear. And his contract selected, made his Major League debut on September the 27th, 2023 against the Texas Rangers. 1-1 the count on Johnny Olmstead. 1 for 2 so far today. Next offering, swinging a ground ball, but right to the shortstop, Denzer Guzman. He collects it and slings it over to first base for out number 2. 2 away now for Shane Sasaki. Well, another solid performance by Jesus Cruz. Look at Sam Brown, the bionic man over there at first base. Cruz went 2 innings, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So he did his job behind Sam Aldeguerri. When we first started the 6-game series, I don't think it's quite as bad as it used to be, but Sundays were always the pitcher dump, basically. Guys that needed work, they just found a way to get them work on Sundays. So you would see a parade in from the bullpen. Pitch low and outside. Really wouldn't matter what the score is, but they just had guys that needed to get work in, and you would see typically 5-6 pitchers on each side on Sundays. Don't really do that as much as we did the first few years of the 6-game series era. 1-1 to Sasaki, fouls it straight back, and it's 1-2.
And what's so amazing about it is, 1, the games would take forever. 2,
yes,
they would be high scoring, and then everyone would complain, why do the games take so long when we need to get out of town? It's because of that.
Yeah. I don't know why, and you definitely see more pitchers on Sundays than the other days, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
Part of it is because we have fewer minor leaguers.
1-2 pitch just off the outside corner. We owe you a station break. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. That was a curveball from Caceres. And a 1-2-3, top of the 6th inning for the right-hander. On we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see if the Pandas can get something going against the Blue Wahoos bullpen as they have a new pitcher coming in. 3-0 they trail it. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three! You're out!
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. With WOW, you now get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. All for only $30 a month. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires auto pay and paperless billing. Price for internet $300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, as we start the bottom of the sixth inning, Rocket City still searching for their first hit of the ball game. And now they'll face off against the bullpen after 5 no-hit innings by Orlando Ortiz Mayer. 5 innings, no runs, no hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts through 79 pitches. 47 strikes as Nelson Rada, leadoff man, stands in. There's the base hit down the left field line off the end of the bat. Nelson will make the turn, stay at first. And like I said, we were being no-hit, but not anymore.
And Blue Wahoo fans, if you're watching, you can blame that on your broadcaster, Eric Bremer. Eric sent us a little text here literally seconds before we rejoined air. Hey, guys. And by the way, Eric is great at what he does both on air and behind the scenes. Page 58 of our media guide for no-hitter info. Very first pitch, single. That goes by the wayside.
You can email Eric, by the way, I'm just kidding. Here's a swing and a high fly ball hit out towards left field by Sam Brown. Moving back now, coming back in a few steps is Coley. He'll make the catch, and that is out number 1. So Rada back to first base. By the way, for Nelson, he had 3 consecutive 2-hit games coming into this one. So he's got a 4-game hitting streak. But now 8 hits in this series and 23 at-bats. And just continues to be one of the more consistent hitters in minor league baseball right now. Here's Denzer. So the new pitcher, by the way, is left-hander Justin King. Pitch on the way, a fastball there, a swing and a miss. Justin King making his second appearance of this series. 6'1", 215 pounds. 27 years old. Look at Denzer Guzman in the batter's box. 0 for 2 so far today. As the left-hander King fires and the pitch is cut on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes quickly for King. Rejoined the Blue Wahoos back in mid-April after starting the season with AAA Jacksonville. Been on the injured list a bit. Missed almost a month. Here's an 0-2 pitch instead of check on Rada at first. Rada does not have a stolen base in this series, Josh. He is 27, which still, by the way, leads the Southern League and is second in AA baseball, but he's still sitting on 27.
Don't look for him to go here, though, down 3.
There he starts and then stops. I don't know if that was just to get a look or if he didn't get a good jump and stop, but he certainly was moving those feet quickly and headed towards second base.
I'd be surprised to see him go just because you need one more base runner to have a chance here.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Speed misses high and away, and it's 2-2 now on Guzman. Another good at-bat. Only 1 hit, but some good ABs today from these Trash Pandas hitters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. King in the sunshine, checks Rada at first. And the pitch to the plate, swung on, hit deep towards left field, down the line. Oh, baby, kiss it goodbye. Denzer Guzman. It's a 1-run game. It's 3-2 here in the 6th.
He cleared that property fence line beyond the left field wall. That's I don't know if it's as far as Alderman's, but it's got to be pretty close.
It didn't show up on our computer screen here. We'll find out from Hawkeye, but what a shot by Denzer. That's his 7th home run of the season. RBIs number 30 and 31. And a good at-bat. He got down 0-2, worked the count even, and no more no-hitter, no more shutout here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's ball game on now. As Oscar Colas takes a ball, it's 1-0. The series for Denzer, of course, limited play, missed 2 games because of being hit in the hand by a pitch. As the count goes to 2-0 on Colas. But still now, 5 hits in the series, 2 doubles, and a home run. And he's just 21. 2-0 pitch. And it's a strike over on the inside corner, that slider from Justin King. Overall, the numbers for King, by the way, that home run was his first given up this year, his 11th appearance, 0-2. 2.70 ERA, 10 innings of work, 11 walks, 10 strikeouts. The 2-1, and it's at the knees. A fastball that time. Colas 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. He's got 6 hits, 19 at bats. So look at the feet of the man on deck there, Travis Blankenhorn. The 2-2. Downstairs. Full count, 3-2. Blankenhorn on deck has been hit by a pitch and grounded out.
By the way, this is the guy out of Lloydminster, Canada. Want to know where Lloydminster is, other than the fact it's in Canada?
I was going to say in Canada, but you prefaced it. Here's a 3-2 pitch. It's hit well out towards center, but more towards the end of the bat, so it's not going to carry. Over is Shane Sasaki. He'll make the catch for the second out. So 2 runs in, now 2 outs, nobody aboard for Travis Blankenhorn. And they're going to come out and look at Justin King here. You got the manager, Nelson Prada. You got Jared Eichhoff, the pitching coach, as well as their athletic trainer, Adam Sparks. Going to go out there and look at King. They saw something they did not like.
Well, for what it's worth, it's near Saskatchewan, so you know he doesn't have a long baseball season all the way up there. But my God, just looking at the webpage for Lloydminster, they've had a ton of folks playing the NHL as you look at this last swing by Colas.
See if Justin King makes any. Yeah, it's like, something obviously felt off.
Sort of hitching either on that side or shoulder. And if it's a shoulder, that's really concerning.
I almost think it's maybe lower body or oblique, but certainly not going to speculate. Although I did somewhat there. Look at Denzer Guzman as they're going to bring him out of the ball game. And Pensacola is going to bring in a new pitcher. So King will exit as he gives up that home run to Denzer Guzman, who is all smiles after that home run. So they'll give this new pitcher for Pensacola all the time he needs. We'll let you know who it is when we come back from this timeout. A new ball game. It's 3-2 Blue Wahoos. You're in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments, the firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves, because every milestone matters, and we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build strong communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game.
Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, here in this bottom of the 6th inning, it's been eventful, to say the least. New pitcher Justin King took over for their starter, Orlando Ortiz-Mayer, had a no-hitter going through the first 5. But that was broken up on a base hit to left by Nelson Rada. And a couple of batters later, Denzer Guzman, it's a 2-run home run. Missile over the left field wall for his 7th home run of the season. And after a flyout by Oscar Colas, noticed something with Justin King, and he's been taken out of the ball game due to that injury. And now Alex Williams will take over, a 6'3" right-hander, 220 pounds from Hayward, California. Former 11th round pick of the Marlins back in 2022. So Williams will take over in this ball game, and he gets as much time as he needs to warm up.
You know, we haven't really touched on this when we talk about the Blue Wahoos and the Marlins as a whole. He was on the mound, I want to say on Wednesday or Thursday, as part of a simulated game.
Oh, yeah.
And typically when pitchers go out there for simulated games, they'll have a hitter stand in there with a bat, but the batter won't swing. They're just there to take pitches. Not the Blue Wahoos, not the Marlins. They go ahead and go on a full swing barrage. One of the hitters hit him on a comebacker. Now, it didn't hit him hard. Otherwise, he would have been down for the count. But one thing we've kind of noticed about the Marlins and how they do things with player development this year, they really take things to another level. It is very high energy. It is very extensive. And you sort of wonder how the guys are going to hold up over the course of a 6-month season. You can't say it's wrong because it's relatively new to the game, but it's just been fascinating to watch how they practice and how they do things and how that's going to hold up to players as they go throughout this season, especially with that Pensacola heat bearing down on them.
So here is Travis Blankenhorn, the former Blue Wahoo. Takes a pitch for a ball just off the outside edge, maybe a bit high for Williams. This is his 7th appearance, 2-0, 1.29 ERA, 14 innings. He's walked 3, struck out 9. He hasn't pitched since June 8th against Columbus. They were back home last week. The 1-0 pitch. Here's a line shot into right field. Base hit, Blankenhorn. A rocket shot out the bat of Travis. 104 off the bat. And that is a 2-out single. 3rd hit of the inning. And Williams is greeted rudely. Williams joined the Blue Wahoos on May 11th. Came up last year in June. In his Double-A debut about a year ago. Here's the first to Josh Crouch, and he takes it high for a ball. By the way, of course, Travis Blankenhorn, we haven't talked a lot about it just because this is only his 2nd start in the series coming out the IL, Travis Blankenhorn. But he played in 108 games for the Blue Wahoos in 2019. Pitch in there for a strike. I mentioned he has the all-time record for leadoff home runs with 5 in Blue Wahoos history. But he had a good year, 278 batting average. He had 108 hits. Had 18 doubles, 2 triples, 18 home runs. We're going to foul tip into the middle of the catcher, and it's now 1-2 on Crouch. And a 312 on base, 786 OPS. He was a midseason All-Star and a postseason All-Star in the Southern League back in 2019 for Pensacola. Breaking ball outside, a check swing. Of course, he did not go. Wasn't close. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Crouch. Deuces are wild. Blankenhorn played the previous year for Chattanooga. They were the Twins affiliate in 2018. Then Pensacola became the Twins affiliate in 2019. 2-2. Off-speed pitch left alone, down and away. Full count, 3-2. But he had 18 home runs that year. A solid season, 3-2 payoff. It's outside, ball 4. Runner was off on the pitch. Blankenhorn with 3-2, 2 outs. He'll coast into second base. And that is a 2-out walk. So that tying run, Blankenhorn in the 3-2 ball game, is now in scoring position at second base. And here comes David Calabrese, who's 0 for 1 with a walk so far today. It's the fourth walk issued by Pensacola pitching. It's all happened in the last 3 innings. Long bottom of the 6th inning, 2 runs in, 3-2 is your score. Breaking ball swung on, hit right side of the infield, but over to get it, second baseman Morissette, and he throws out Calabrese. I thought that might be destined for the hole, but they had the pull shift on, and Calabrese grounds out to retire the side. But 7 come to the plate for Rocket City. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits, and they strand 2, of course, a 2-run home run by Denzer Guzman. Gives the Pandas their first 2 runs of the ball game. We head to the top of the 7th inning. 3-2 Pensacola. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Thanks, Hannah, as we see right-hander Kelvin Caceres strike out Spencer Bramwell on 3 straight pitches. And that's a quick first out here in this top of the 7th inning. Talking about Kemp Alderman and his big hitters in this lineup for Pensacola. Trash Pandas have cut the lead to 1, 3-2 as we start this top of the 7th inning. There's a check swing and a called strike on Mark Coley. Flipping the lineup card over. This is Coley's 4th plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. He's hit by a pitch back in the 3rd and scored a run. The 0-1 from Caceres. That pitch, a check swing, foul tip, and it ends up in the mid of the catcher, Josh Crouch. So it's quickly 0-2 on Coley. 3 strikeouts for Caceres. 4 strikeouts over the last, the outs, 4 strikeouts, the last 6 outs for Cruz and Caceres going back to that 5th. Here's an 0-2 pitch on the way, and a check swing and a miss. Yes, he did. I went ahead of myself there and assumed, and indeed, first base umpire over there, Paul Romer, our crew chief, agreed. And that is strikeout number 4 now for Caceres. And 2 away quickly here in the top half of the 7th inning. Kelvin. Here's Cerna now. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch on the way, fouled away down that right field line. It's 0-1 on Cerna. Chris Harris, Josh Carey with you on this Sunday afternoon of Father's Day. We're back, of course, this week here. 7 games in 6 days beginning on Tuesday night. And on Wednesday, Josh, we got something really special.
What's that?
On Wednesday, of course, we have a doubleheader. And we got some special pricing for Game 1.
How special?
Special as in we got dollar dogs.
Wow.
1-1 pitch to Cerna is a strike. 4:05 first pitch on Wednesday. During Game 1, not only do you get dollar dogs, but you get $3 beers as well.
Get out.
Not kidding. So come on out for that doubleheader on Wednesday. The 1-2 pitch. Down and away for a ball. Dollar dogs.
So you're saying for $8 I could do a couple of beers and a couple of hot dogs?
Yes.
That sounds like a good night out.
I counted on my fingers. Yes, you can do that. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cerna here. Trying to strike out the side is Caceres, the pitch. Swinging the ball foul back just over us. And over the roof and out of play. 2-2 on Cerna. We'll do it again. So that's this Wednesday, June the 18th. First game specials. $1 hot dogs, $3 beers. See what Caceres wants to do here on 2-2. The pitch upstairs, trying to get her to chase a fastball. 96 miles an hour with that one. So it's a full count, 3-2 on Cerna. On deck is Kemp Alderman. Blue Wahoos clinging to a 3-2 lead. Got all 3 runs back in the 3rd inning. Bullpen's been good. Cruz, 2 scoreless innings, and now Caceres, the 3-2. Low and outside, ball 4. He walked him. So a 2-out walk issued to Cerna. You got some speed on at first base as well. Cerna got out to a slow start in the series, but he has 8 hits. Came in on an 0-for-19 slump. But he has busted out of it this week. And he's got a ton of talent.
Yeah, a ton of talent, and someone who they really are leaning on to be a part of their future. They gave up a little bit to get him, so you know they're going to give him every chance in the world to make it work.
Pitch in the dirt low for a ball as it's scooped out of there. Nice pick by Josh Crouch. So the right-handed batting Kemp Alderman. The aforementioned. Kind of talking about Kemp a moment ago. In the box here, a power bat. Homer back in the 3rd. This one hit hard, right side. That's through the hole, a base hit. Coming up to get it is Blankenhorn, and holding at second base will be Cerna. So with 2 outs, a walk to Cerna. And now a base hit for Alderman, his 2nd hit of the ball game. And we'll bring in now Grant Richardson with 2 on and 2 out. And Richardson's been on base a couple of times, but he has 1 hit, plus a stolen base today. Alderman, his 7th home run, that was back in the 3rd inning. As the catcher Josh Crouch going to go out for a quick chat.
So big moment here in the ball game. Caceres has looked really good through the 1st inning and 2/3, but these are the types of situations you want to see him shine in and try to keep this a close ball game. Remember, they really have Kelvin as a part of their future as well. The Angels do. You want to see him work out of a jam like this.
Kelvin Caceres, his big league debut back in September of 2023. Here's the righty's pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Coming back from injury as he throws that fastball, or call it the sinker there at 89 miles an hour. Nothing in 1 on Richardson. Richardson, former 17th round pick in 21 by the Yankees. The next to him, a hanging breaking ball, and he sends a base hitter to center field. Rounding third base is Cerna. He's going to score without a throw. They throw behind the runner at second base. Alderman gets back, but the run scores. A big insurance run for Pensacola. As Cerna scores on the RBI single from Richardson. That's his 6th RBI since being active with Pensacola. They do it all with 2 outs.
Well, I'll tell you what, that throw back in behind of Alderman was awfully close, and if they get the tag and get the out, I'm not sure if that run by Cerna would have counted, but so frustrating. You're 1 out away from cruising through the 7th, a walk, 2 more singles. Now it's a 2-run game.
Here's Josh Zamora. Pitch low and outside. They were scrambling the bullpen even before that hit out there in left center field. They were hustling to get somebody up and throwing, and it's a right-hander, I can tell, out there who's throwing.
And what's frustrating, you know how good this Pensacola bullpen is. Now you got to work from 2 runs behind.
1-0 pitch, found out the mask of Crouch.
It's Camden Manassi.
Well, Manassi hurriedly warming up out there in the pen. 2 runners on base here. A 1-1 pitch to Zamora. Slider misses down and away. Zamora from Fullerton, California. He's 26 years old. 2-1 pitch on the way. Ground ball, hard hit left side past the diving Daly and into left field. Rounding third base. Coming around is Alderman. He's going to score unattested, and it's now 5-2. RBI base hit from Josh Zamora, his 16th RBI of the season. And another hard hit ball, and they've gotten those 2 runs back that Rocket City got in the bottom of the 6th inning here in the top of the 7th, and they've done it all with 2 outs. Walk to Cerna, single by Alderman, RBI single by Richardson, RBI single from Zamora, and Andy Shatsley heading out to the mound to call on reliever Camden Manassi. So Caceres, who started out so well, struck out 4 batters, retired 5 in a row, but 4 consecutive reach with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And Caceres, I know frustrated, will exit for Manassi. It's now 5-2 Pensacola. We head to the bullpen once again, and we'll tell you more about Manassi when we come back. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care as well as mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit go.tdi.services/tpandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher for Rocket City will be the right-hander Camden Manassi as he inherits 2 on base. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs in thanks to back-to-back RBI singles from Richardson and Zamora. It's now 5-2 Blue Wahoos. They're now out hitting the Trash Pandas 7-3. So Manassi takes over. 23-year-old right-hander from Tampa. 1-2, a 6.65 ERA coming into today's ballgame. His 19th appearance. And his 2nd appearance in this series. Faces off against Morissette. Runners at first and second. 4 straight have reached for Pensacola. Manassi checks that runner at second and delivers. Swinging a foul straight back to the screen. Off the bat of Morissette, who is 0 for 3 so far today. I tell you what, we've lucked out with the weather.
Yes, sir. How about our boss of bosses, Garrett Fairman, threading the needle last night?
Making the big decisions. 0-1 pitch, runners go. Pitch is swung on and lifted high in the air out towards shallow center field. Sunglasses on out there. There's the 19-year-old Nelson Rada. He'll make the catch to retire the side. So Manassi comes in and gets the final out in the top of the 7th inning. But damage done as 2 runs score on 3 hits. They'll strand 2. And as we stretch here at Toyota Field, it's now 5-2. Blue Wahoos on top on this Sunday in the series finale. On we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services delivers professional lawn care, mosquito and flea tick control around Toyota Field. Creating a winning lineup of lawns at homes across Huntsville and Madison County, TDI Services pledges home run lawn care and pest service with our innovative biological practices, using fewer chemicals as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call 888-556-7985 to transform your lawn and save.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning from a sun-splashed Toyota Field. And the first pitch to Madison native Mitch Daly is a ball outside. It's 1-0. Or excuse me, they called that a strike. 0-1 to Mitch. It was a strike. Back to work, the right-hander for the Blue Wahoos, Alex Williams. 0-1 pitch. We got a line drive right over his noggin. 1 hop, so the second baseman who ranges over, that's Morissette. He'll throw out Daly. As I'm sure Williams heard the whiz of that baseball coming over his head. But that's out number 1. 1 away now for McCroskey. 8, 9, and 1 batters are due up here. Facing off against Williams. Final line on Justin King. He left due to an injury. 2/3 of an inning, 2 runs, 2 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. That 2-run home run by Denzer Guzman made it a 3-2 game. But in the top of the 7th inning, 2 runs scored by Pensacola. They got those runs back, and it's now 5-2. First to strike, 2, McCroskey. Mack waits in the right-handed side of that box, and he swings and fouls it back and out of play. 0-2.
And what's so frustrating is Williams has come in here, and even though he's gotten the job done, he's been hit hard a little bit too. If you're Rocket City, you felt like you had him on the ropes a little bit, but now you go back out there down 3 runs, and it's a different set of circumstances.
See if they can get something started here. Krosky's 0-2 is high for a ball. Mack today 0-2, a pair of strikeouts. Played today batting .218. You got 8, 9, and 1 due up here. A 1-2. And it's a called third strike on the outside corner. That sinking fastball at 93 miles an hour. And just like that, 2 away in this 7th inning. And that'll bring in Nelson Rada. It was 1 for 3 so far today. Nelson came in batting .295, and you talk about guys who could or should be in the MVP race, at least in the first half of the season. You got to mention Nelson Rada. First pitch on the way is a strike, off-speed delivery. Rada entering play today was first in stolen bases, second in on-base percentage, 3rd in batting average, tied for 5th in walks, and tied for 4th in hits in the Southern League. The 0-1. Breaking ball, chopped slowly down the first base line. That's going to be picked up by the first baseman. Zamora flipped it to his pitcher, Williams. And they get the out at first. And that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Williams. In the bottom of the 7th inning, 3-1 on that put out. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We played 7. 5-2 Blue Wahoos on getaway day for them. This is Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network. and Valley Live.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A-game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results, as nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back here at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama, it's 5-2 in this series finale. Pensacola on top to take you home this afternoon. Here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. As Camden Manasseh stays out there for Rocket City, first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 as Camden will face the bottom third of the order. Olmsted, Sasaki, and Bramwell against the Rocket City right-hander. By the way, we have an attendance figure to pass along, which we'll give in just a moment. First, Manasseh with the 0-1. Let up, tip foul at home plate. That caromed off the catcher Crouch, and they're going to give Josh a chance to recover as it goes to 0-2. Close the book on Kelvin Caceres. Inning in 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. Your attendance, 4,018. Very good Sunday crowd. Those are usually hit or miss throughout the, not just the Southern League, but all of minor league baseball. That's a good one as the right-handed hitter stands in. Olmsted waits as Manasseh will come to the letters. The 0-2. Missing down and away with a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Third straight day, of course, over 4,000 fans. And once again, Rocket City leading the league in attendance, entering play today at 4,380 per game.
Here's a 1-2. High and tight. What happened there? It caught Crouch, and it must have been a foul ball. Bringing the hands forward was Olmsted. He tried to hold up his swing, but the ball grazed the back, and once again, it was Crouch taking the foul tip. Looks like caught him on the thigh. Boy, Josh. Poor fella. As it will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. 5-7-0 for Pensacola, 2-3-2 for Rocket City. As Manasseh will go back to work. Olmsted a single in the second, a strikeout swinging in the fourth, and a rollout to short in the sixth. Next pitch, slice foul off to the right. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Looking in that Pensacola pen, a couple of guys are walking about, but no one is throwing. Meanwhile, the Trash Panda bullpen is all quiet. Olmsted now 6 of 21 for the series. Off the line at first is Brown. To the letters. Here's the 1-2. Inside, almost hit him. Going to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Only 3 hits today for the Trash Pandas. So frustrating. Rocket City had 2 outs and no one on, or pardon me, 1 out and no one on base in the 3rd inning when Pensacola, again, they're uprising, pitches inside 3-2, and it was a 3-run homer by Alderman that did it, but you also had a hit by pitch and a walk, both with 2 strikes that preceded that. And then in the 7th inning today, Caceres retired the first 2 men he faced. He appeared to be cruising right along, and then a walk and 3 singles led to 2 more runs for Pensacola. 3-2 is skied into right, coming toward the line. Still coming is Blankenhorn right before he gets to the stripe. He makes the catch, crossing into foul ground. Olmsted will fly out to right for the first out of the 8th inning. And so one away for Shane Sasaki. He's 0 for 3, a strikeout swinging, a foul out to first, and a line out to center. And as Sasaki stands in, we'll see if we can get you a quick update of the Southern League scoreboard. As Manassi kicks and delivers, and that one is laced into deep center. On the move, Rada still going at the track, reaches up, makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Boy, he makes it look so easy out there. Gets such a great jump on the ball. It's almost like he's running to a certain spot before he puts the glove up there. He knows exactly where that ball is going to go, and he winds up making it look relatively easy when we all know it's not.
He's 19, man.
Yeah.
19.
Only going to get better. So 2 outs, no one on base, and here is Spencer Bramwell, 1 of 3, a double, 2 strikeouts, both swinging. Right against right. First pitch. Missing low with a fastball. It will go to 1-0. We already have a couple of finals in. Wind blowing out toward left as the next pitch laced into left center. That's going to get down for a hit. Over to get to it is Rada. Stopping at first is Bramwell, who sitting 111 for the year, but he's got 3 hits in this series in 8 at-bats, one of them a home run. So Bramwell with a single, and 1 on with 2 out. We go back to the top of the order, and Mark Coley the second. He's 0 for 3. A pop-up to first, a rollout to short, a strikeout swinging. He's also been hit with a pitch and scored a run. Anyway, Knoxville defeated Columbus earlier today, 9-2. They're closing fast in the North Division standings. Depending on what Birmingham does, they could be 2.5 out at the end of the day as fastball cut through and missed by Coley. It's 0-1. Meanwhile, just a devastating loss for Chattanooga. They were up 6-0 at one point, but they allowed 2 6-run innings, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th to Biloxi, and they lose 14-8. Runner goes from first, pitch down and away, throw to second on the money. That is in time. Great throw by Crouch, putting the tag on McCroskey. The caught stealing will go 2-4, and that will retire the side. For the Wahoos in the 8th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. Bottom 8 on its way, 5-2 Wahoos. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
At Northrop Grumman, their products define possible as they help customers defend the homeland, launch critical payloads into space, enable scientific exploration, return astronauts to the moon, and protect the warfighter. Yet their dedication goes beyond their products as they support the workforce, their families, our veterans, and our hometowns. Together, we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. That's defining possible. Northrop Grumman, defining the future.
An emerald green field is iconic in baseball. That's what TDI Services desires to create for every one of its customers. As proud sponsors of the Trash Pandas, TDI Services brings its A game to provide winning lawn care and pest control to the outside of Toyota Field. TDI Services can do the same for your lawn with their innovative biological approach for better results. As nature intended. Visit TDIGreenServices.com/Trash Pandas or call today at 888-556-7985 for our best discount.
Your mattress is the reason your morning coffee tastes like despair. At Beds Express, during our Memorial Day sale, getting the best sleep is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 year price guarantee. We'll beat any local competitor's price for up to a year after purchase. 2-year extended warranty and a 3-year comfort guarantee. Not loving your mattress? Exchange it for up to 3 years. Shop now and save with queen mattresses starting at just $199. Better sleep, better prices. That's the Beds Express promise. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Trash Pandas trailing at 5-2. The bats need to get going. 2 up for Rocket City. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Brown, Guzman, and Colas for Alex Williams, who's going to stay out there for another inning. He's retired. He's gone an inning and a third, I should say. And now he faces Brown, who's 0 for 2. A rollout to second, a walk, and a fly out to left. Righty on lefty as Williams goes back to work. First pitch is a fastball. That misses low. It's 1-0 on the left-handed hitter. Looking in the Rocket City pen, there is a right-hander throwing. No one is throwing for Pensacola. Again, Williams has not pitched since June the 8th. He's had a full week off, so he's got some some motor left in him as the pitch is fouled back to the screen. It'll go to a ball and a strike. That looks like Sean Poppin, one of the papas for the Pandas. Poppin Pandas. As it's 1-1. Got to know Sean a little bit on Friday, and he did such a great job for our article, which you can find, by the way, in the Trash Pandas online program. He and Rod Barajas and Andy Shatsley all taking part in our Father's Day issue. Here's the set and the 1-1. Down and in, missing with a change-up that time is Williams. 2 balls and a strike to Brown.
On the website, too, if you want to go to trashpandasbaseball.com and read that as well.
It's free. Off the line at third is Olmstead. Next offering, inside. Going to miss with a fastball. 3 balls and a strike. So again, Rocket City with the win, they win the series. If they lose, it's a split with Pensacola. And it's not as if there's a whole lot riding on this series from a standing standpoint. You just want to build that momentum heading into the second half. 3-1. That pitch a strike. Fastball, it goes to 3-2. And what you like to see from this Trash Panda team is when you have a chance to win a series, go ahead, put the kibosh on them. They were up 3-1 after Friday, but dropped 1 yesterday and now down 3 here in the 8th on Sunday. Next pitch. Swung on, chopped foul up the first baseline. That I think would have been ball 4, but Brown went after it. It stays at 3-2. Williams out of Hayward, California, 25 years young. He'll go to the letters again. 3-2. Fastball rolled up the middle, ranging to his left. Cerna fields on the run, fires first in time. And that'll be a 6-3 put out. It may have gotten a piece of Williams' glove, but we'll just say it's 6-3 as Brown rolls to short. 1 away in the 8th inning for Dinzer Guzman. Go ahead.
We don't know how far that last ball he hit was, but it was hit a long way. Denzer.
Righty on righty as he'll wait first pitch. And the pitch misses high, 1-0. I'll put it to you this way. For those of you who haven't been to Toyota Field, if you go beyond the outfield wall, we have a black iron fence that circles the area in the outfield as the pitch is swung and popped up first base side. Over Zamora, over is Bramwell. Both will run out of room as it lands on top of the dugout. It's 1-1. Anyway, that's our property fence. He hit it over that. Now, that's not the longest I've seen, but it's up there. We had one guy for Chattanooga hit one over the batter's eye. That was pretty impressive. Ellie De La Cruz also did it for the Lookouts as well. And we had another guy named Ibadel Isabel, who you never saw, Chris.
I did.
Oh, you did? 1-1, rolled to short, left to Cerna. He fields, pats the glove, fires on the move. In time, that'll be out number 2.
He came back for another year, didn't he? Or he played for somebody else.
I think he went to the Indy Leagues as Poppin continues to throw, but he, now that I think of it, he may have actually played for Chattanooga at one point.
Yeah.
But he was here in 21, and Ebendel, wonderful human being, but it was either strikeout or home run with him. He got into one that I promise you landed right about where Jay Alexander's is. Righty on lefty as Kolas stands in. Unfortunately, no one on base. As the first pitch is down and in, it's 1-0. Williams was drafted out of Stanford. He was the 2022 Pac-12 Pitcher of the Year when there were 12 teams in the Pac-12.
Notice, what was it, Oregon State? They were hosting a Super Regional. They still had the Pac-12 logo back there.
Righty on lefty. Of course, they're in the College World Series as the pitch misses high. 2-0. They have as many teams in the College World Series as the ACC.
I think of Oregon State. I think of the name Darwin Barney. Played for the Chicago Cubs. He was a stud when they were winning those College World Series about a decade ago.
2-0. Fastball, a strike. 2-1. Kolas today, a walk, a roll out to third, a fly out to center. Well off the line at third, Olmstead. The 2-1 is on the way. Fastball cut through and missed. 2-2 and a chance for Williams to finish the inning. He came on in an emergency for Justin King in the 6th inning. Got the final out of that inning. Since then, he's retired the last, Well, actually, he's retired the last 6 men he's faced as Kolos will stand back in. Here's the set. Williams. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Called strike 3. Fired a fastball at 93, upper part of the zone. It was a strike. Kolos doesn't like it, but he's rung up. Strikeout number 2 for Williams, and 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the 8th inning. We'll head to the 9th, 5-2 Wahoos. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Bally Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
What am I going to watch? What food am I going to order? Who am I going to unfollow? The internet is full of tough choices, but picking an internet provider isn't one of them. You gotta have good internet. Get upfront surprise-free pricing with Wi-Fi modem included and no data caps. Plus bundle Internet 300 with YouTube TV for just $92.99 per month for 12 months with autopay and paperless billing. Wow. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Requires autopay and paperless billing. Price for Internet 300. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Together, let's celebrate the big occasions and the little moments. The firsts and forevers. Let's celebrate others and celebrate ourselves. Because every milestone matters. And we promise to be with you for every one of them. Shop Reed's Jewelers and Reeds.com to find the perfect gift to celebrate your life's moments. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
Visit your local Reed's Jewelers at Bridge Street Town Center and Parkway Place Mall.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the 9th inning. Sean Poppin on to pitch for Rocket City. He is their their 5th pitcher of the game, and he'll face the top of the Blue Wahoo order. It'll be Coley, Cerna, and Alderman due up in a 5-2 contest. Pensacola with the lead. Righty on righty matchup as Sean will go back to work. First pitch of the inning is swung on and lifted into center field, but moving to his left is Rada. Shifting into right center, he'll make the call and the catch. Flying out to center is Coley on the first pitch he sees. He's now 0 for 4 and one away in the 9th inning for Jared Cerna, who is 0 for 2. A rollout to third, a strikeout looking, 2 walks, and a run scored. Camden Manassi, inning in the third, scoreless, 1 hit, no walks, and no strikeouts. Poppin for the season, 1-0, a .79 ERA, 11th appearance, all in relief, no saves, 11 2/3 innings as the pitch is a fastball and a strike, 0-1. 11 hits, a run, it's been earned. He hit 2, walked 4, K-12, opponents hitting .262 against him. They'll play him straight away as I'm looking at that Pensacola pin, no one throwing. Might we see Williams in the 9th? Here's the pitch. Slider down and away, 1-1. 2 up in the 9th for Rocket City. It will be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Blankenhorn, Crouch, and Calabrese. Cerna. Off the line at first is Brown. Wind drifting out toward left. Here's the 1-1. And another cutter misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a look at that Pensacola bullpen. They're hanging out, getting a tan right now. If you keep panning, there you go. A bunch of them are sitting in the shade, though.
That would be me.
That would be you?
Yeah.
I'd be the exact opposite. 2-1. Fastball just missed, and it was high. 3 balls and a strike on the right-handed hitter.
You're one of those guys that, has the umbrella drink and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but why do they have the camera on us?
Well, show them your scorebook.
But we're not the game.
Show them your scorebook.
We're actually at the end of an era, folks.
Look at this thing. Look at that.
Been through a lot. You know what the first game in this book was? First, here's the set. And the 3-1.
Was it the
strike 3 and 2?
7-5 no-hitter?
It was not. It was opening day of last season. This book has seen about a year and a half worth of Trash Pandas baseball, sir.
Hold it up again. Is this book experienced or is it kind of sad?
I call it authentic. That's what I call it. Pitch is bounded to third. Routine play for Daly. A Sunday hop on a Sunday. Makes the play even though he almost killed Sam Brown. Pulling him to the inside of first base. Sam able to hold the base for out number 2.
Sam did the splits yesterday. And, of course, that high hop. Nice job by Mitch not to force the throw. I've seen the Dead Sea Scrolls look better than this book.
It's experience, sir, and there's history in here. Trash Pandas history. You should look through it one day. Righty on righty. Here's Kemp Alderman.
Scared to touch it.
Pitches on a miss. 0-1. For what it's worth, there's also some of my off-season work in here with Alabama and UAB, and did some stuff with Old Dominion this winter. Righty on righty.
Some of those pages, you can't read it.
Pitches inside. It's going to go 2-1-1. By the way, ultimate player of the game so far. 2 of 4, a 3-run bomb, a single, 2 runs scored, a strikeout swinging, and a fly out to left.
I'm done.
There's a JUCO that I do some work for. They got their games in here. But go ahead. Just mock me. 1-1. Fastball right through there for a strike. 1-2.
I've always been one book per season. Now, obviously, we'll put some of the, extra college games and stuff at the end of some of the books. But beginning of the new year, I have a new book.
Here's the set on the 1-2. Sider down and away 2-2. Well, what about all the extra pages that are left over? That's just wasteful, Chris.
Yeah.
Gluttonous, if you will.
The Bob Carpenter scorebook gets mucho dinero from Mr. Harris.
Yeah, no wonder he's retiring after the season. What a great career he's had with the Nationals. 2-2. Swing and a miss. High fastball. Good inning by Poppin. Strikeout number 1 for him. Strikeout number 9 for Rocket City pitching. And 1-2-3 go the Wahoos in the 9th inning. Bottom half on its way. Last chance for Rocket City. They trail at 5-2. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
9th inning, 5-2. Pensacola with the lead. Before we get to it, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Alex Williams will indeed try and close it out for Pensacola. 5-2. Blue Wahoos on top, and again, do it for Rocket City. It's the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Blankenhorn, Crouch, and Calabrese. You need to get 2 on to have a shot. Here's Travis, 1 of 2. A single, a roll out to third, a hit by pitch as well. Righty on lefty. Williams to work. First pitch is a curveball called a strike. It's 0-1. If the game ends here, Sean Poppin, a 1-2-3, 9th inning. He struck out 1. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. 0-1, here it is. And another change-up that misses away. Going to even at a ball and a strike. If Rocket City cannot come back, they'll drop to 24-37 on the year. Meanwhile, Pensacola would move above 500 to 32-31. Here's the 1-1. Fastball cut through and missed. 93 on that pitch. It will go to 1-2.
Going back to, obviously, Be a disappointing split, lose it, or after you've won 3 of the first 4, but still haven't lost this series. You have to go all the way back to May 25th.
Here's the set of the letters, 1-2. Swung, popped up again into left field, charging in, making the call near the line, and the catch is Coley, the left fielder. Blankenhorn skies to left. 1 out in the 9th inning for Josh Crouch. Yeah, you're right, and we talk about how much this team has improved and how they've grown, but at some point, you don't want to just settle for a split. You want to be able to finish these teams off. You look back to last week against Birmingham, they went up 3-2 in the series after a win last Saturday and had several chances to win last Sunday to take the series. Couldn't quite do it. As taking a strike is Crouch, it's 0-1, and it looks like the same thing is going to happen today as Josh stands in.
Played well against better competition, and of course Biloxi running away with the South Division. That was your series win.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1. Rolled, fan, diving stop, Olmstead up, throw to first, going to be wide of the bag. Great effort, that'll be an infield single for Crouch. He slapped that over third. Olmstead dove to his right, knocked it down with a backhand, popped to his feet, made a desperate throw to first, and it went well to the right of the first base bag, and a easy single, infield single for Crouch. Actually, I said he popped to his feet. He actually threw from a knee. Great effort nonetheless.
I don't know how he got to that ball. That was impressive. Saved a double.
So 1 on with 1 out. Here's Calabrese. Need 1 more base runner to have a chance as the first pitch is a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. By the way, Birmingham leading Montgomery 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th from the capital city. As off the line at third is Olmstead. Next offering. Swing and a miss. Good changeup that time. Fooled with Calabrese, even at a ball and a strike. So if Birmingham hangs on there, they will move a half game in front of Chattanooga for first place in the North. Knoxville would be 3 games back. Here's the set and the delivery. Fastball ripped into center. There's a base hit. Holding up was Crouch. He'll only get to second and stop there. A solid single to center by Calabrese. And now they're at first and second, and a long one ties it. Mitch Daly will come to the plate, and actually we're going to get a pinch hitter, it looks like. This is going to be Evan Edwards who will stand in as you look at the replay. Nice piece of hitting, just short swing to the ball, and roped it into center was Calabrese. So here's Edwards. And again, when they signed Edwards, he had already hit 13 home runs in the Atlantic League at High Point. He has yet to hit a home run, though, in affiliated ball this season. Now would be a great time to turn that around. So he'll stand in. This will be a righty on lefty matchup. Away at second is Crouch. Leading from first is Calabrese. Williams kicks and fires. Breaking ball. There's a strike. Another curve. It's 0-1, and it looks like activity will start here for Pensacola in just a moment. Edwards in 8 games as a Trash Panda, hitting 111 with 3 RBI. He'll step back in, righty on lefty matchup. Runners with their leads. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. He chased a bad slider down and in. It quickly goes to 0-2. Edwards for the series, for what it's worth, 0 of 9. With a hit by pitch, an RBI, and a walk. He's also got a sacrifice fly. A left-hander starts to throw for the Blue Wahoos. And yeah, that's Dale Stanovich, who's a tough one. They're trying to let Williams, though, finish this. The pitch. Swung on, rolled softly to the mound. Up, they'll go to second out there. No, the relay will be made to first, and legging out the wrap will be Evan Edwards. So a 1-6 fielder's choice retires Calabrese. And here's Matt McCroskey, who had a home run last year, but that was it. He's not known for his pop. He's 0 of 3 today with 3 strikeouts, one of them looking. And now we're going to get a pinch runner. This will be number 24. That'll be Cole Fontanelle. Who, frankly, I would rather see come to the plate. I know he's struggled, but he does have home run pop. That being said, he's going to lead away at first and a walking lead at third by Crouch, who went second to third on the fielder's choice. So righty on righty. First pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball hit foul off the end of Mac's bat. It's 0-1, and he's just been out in front of everything today, has McCroskey. That's a curveball as it goes to 0-1. Five-2 Blue Wahoos in the ninth. A long one ties it. Here's the pitch. There's a ball outside, a slider. Going to even out a ball and a strike. The wind is trailing out to left field, so if you can get into one and pull it to left, you might have a shot. Stanovich continues to throw for Pensacola. Nelson Rado waits on deck. Here's the high setup by Williams. And the 1-1. Yeah, he went around a very weak hack that time on another slider by McCroskey. It'll go to 1-2, and Rocket City down to its final bullet. Williams will try to wrap it up right here. Runners with their leads. Williams sets. Here's the 1-2. Down and away. Missed with the slider. That time McCroskey able to lay off. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This inning started with a fly out to left, but 2 singles and a fielder's choice later. Runners are at the corners with 2 away. Count 2-2 on McCroskey. Here's the set. High leg kick, the pitch. In the dirt. Went back to the slider. It's now 3-2, and Fontenelle will be on the move from first base. If he gets on McCroskey, I gotta think they would go to Stanovich, the left-hander, with the lefty Rado waiting on deck. So this is pretty much it for Williams. The right-handed hitter steps in. They set up inside, the set, and the pitch. Swung on and skied into deep right, but it's going to hang up for Richardson. He goes back near the track, under it, he's got it, and the inning is over, the ball game is over, and I'll tell you what, if Mac pulls that ball, maybe it goes places, but he hit it to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Richardson chases it down, McCroskey flies out to right, and the ball game is over as Rocket City will drop this one by the final of 5-2. In the ninth inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left. Alex Williams winds up getting the save. He goes 3 1/3 innings. He did a nice job. He allowed 3 hits, no runs. He walked 1, and he struck out 2. We'll total it up right here for Pensacola. 5 runs on 9 hits. They committed no errors, and they left 7 men on base. As for Rocket City, 2 runs today on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors, and Rocket City left, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 men on base. Winning pitcher will be Orlando Ortiz-Mayer. He moves to 4-2 on the season as he tossed 5 hitless innings. He walked 3 and struck out 6. No runs allowed. He moves to 4-2. Samuel Aldegari suffers the loss. 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs all earned. 1 walk, 1 K for him. He's 2-4. And Williams with his first save of the season in a ball game that lasted 2 hours and 37 minutes and played in front of 4,018 fans. For those of you on Way More Television, you folks have a great night. Be back with us on Tuesday for a 6:30 airtime, 6:35 first pitch when Rocket City opens a 7-game series against the Chattanooga Lookouts right here at Toyota Field. For those of you listening on Talk Radio WZZN, the Northrop Grumman postgame show is coming up right after this. Again, Pensacola a winner today over Rocket City by the final of 5-2. For everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, as well as Hannah Russo and Chris Harris, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everyone. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous
famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
It's laundry season at Owen Home Appliance Center. Tired of that washer walking out the door and having to dry a load 2 or 3 times? It's time for a new washer and dryer. Pick from brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, and of course, Speed Queen. Try the new 2-in-1 GE Profile that washes and dries a load all in one machine. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality pricing, quality service. It's in the name, Owen Home Appliance Center.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, the law firm of Martinson and Beeson, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Alumni Hall, Eagle Insulation, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you, and back in Mission Control running the boards is Jeff Scarborough. Unfortunately, the news not so good today as Rocket City falls to Pensacola by the final of 5-2. With that, the Wahoos wind up splitting this 6-game series with Rocket City as the Trash Pandas drop the final 2 of this series. Rocket City falls to 24-37 on the year. Meanwhile, Pensacola back above 500 at 32-31. Let's take you through what happened in this ball game. And boy, you look back at this game, it's kind of like last Sunday against Birmingham. So many chances for Rocket City and so many little things worked against them today. You know, a hop here and there, maybe the game turns out differently, and the Trash Pandas are going to sort of kick themselves about this one today. Here's why. Samuel Aldegiri was starting for the second time in this series. Well, he got off to a good start with 2 scoreless innings. Then in the third, he struck out Spencer Bramwell to start the third frame. And then everything just fell apart on him, and it was just sort of out of the middle of nowhere. He got to a 1-2 count on Mark Coley before plunking him with a pitch. So Coley takes first base. He got ahead of Jared Cerna 0-2 and wound up walking him. So that suddenly put runners at first and second with 1 out, and that set the stage for Kemp Alderman, who rifled a 3-run homer over the left field wall 471 feet away. Home run number 7, RBI 28, 29, and 30. And that gave the Blue Wahoos a 3-0 lead. And you just go back to those at-bats against Coley and Cerna. If Aldegiri finishes the deal, it's another 1-2-3 inning. But that was not the case. The score would remain that way until the 5th inning, or rather the 6th inning, when Rocket City would finally get their 2 runs of the ballgame. Now, leading up until that point, starting pitcher Orlando Ortiz-Mayer of the Blue Wahoos was scintillating. 5 hitless innings. He allowed no runs, of course. He walked 3 and struck out 6. Rocket City never really threatened against him. Finally, the Blue Wahoos went to their bullpen, and Justin King, who came in, gave up a leadoff single to Nelson Rada, and then 2 batters later, he would allow a 2-run homer to Denzer Guzman. For Denzer, it was his team-leading 7th of the year, RBI 30 and 31, and that put Rocket City within striking distance at 3-2. After that, 2 batters later, King had to leave due to injury. Not sure what the injury was. There were 2 outs, no one on base. Alex Williams came in, gave up a single to Travis Blankenhorn. Then he walked Josh Crouch, but David Calabrese would roll out to second to end the inning, and it remained a 3-2 ball game at that point. However, you felt like Rocket City was closing in if they could stay close. Unfortunately, that was not the case. After Samuel Aldegiri left after the first 3 innings, Jesus Cruz fired 2 scoreless frames in the 4th and 5th, and then Kelvin Caceres came in the 5th inning. He allowed a hit but struck out 2 this was the 6th inning. He retired the side in order in the 6th, striking out 2 of the 3 men he faced. Then in the 7th inning, he struck out the first 2 batters he saw, and it looked like he would cruise. But he would walk Jared Cerna, then allow a single to Kemp Alderman, and then suddenly the roof caved in. He allowed back-to-back RBI singles to Grant Richardson and Josh Zamora. Scoring were Cerna and Alderman in that inning. It was 3 straight hits, 4 consecutive men reached against Caceres, and that would make it a 5-2 game, and Rocket City just could not come back yet again. The Trash Pandas, from that point forward, they were retired in order in both the 7th and 8th innings. Finally, in the 9th, Rocket City put up a bit of a rally with one out. Josh Crouch and David Calabrese each singled, but with runners at first and second and one out, Evan Edwards would roll into a fielder's choice, and Mac McCroskey would fly out to right to end the ball game as the Trash Pandas lose this one by the final of 5-2. Here are your totals for Pensacola: 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, they leave 7. Rocket City, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, they leave 8. Orlando Ortiz Mayer gets the win. He moves to 4-2 on the season. 5 hitless innings, no runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He's 4-2 on the year. Samuel Aldegiri with the loss. He will fall to 2-4 as he went 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Alex Williams was great. His first save of the year for Pensacola. 3 1/3 scoreless. He allowed 3 hits, walked 1, and struck out 2. As the time of game again was 2 hours and 37 minutes. The attendance, 4,018. Again, Rocket City loses today to Pensacola by the final of 5-2. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman post-game show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Northrop Grumman is a proud supporter of the Rocket City Trash Pandas as we team together to make our community strong and viable for future generations. Northrop Grumman is looking for new individuals to help them define the next possible. Together we can all make a powerful impact to build stronger communities and bright futures. Visit www.northropgrumman.com for a full listing of exciting job opportunities. Now, back to the ball game. Let's rock it, Trash Pandas.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Kids playing catch on the field with Dad after this one. That's great to see here on this Father's Day, as not only do we have kids playing catch in the outfield, they're also running the bases. We are littered with the kids here at Toyota Field as, again, Rocket City comes up short today by the final score of 5-2 on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. And as always, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That will do it for us here today. We will take tomorrow off and then be right back here on Tuesday in what will be a 6:20 airtime, a 6:35 first pitch for Game 1 of a 7-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Chattanooga Lookouts. And I'll tell you what, it should be a lot of fun when it comes to the on-field product. Rocket City pretty much out of it when it comes to the first half standings, but Chattanooga right in the thick of things. When they come to town on Tuesday, they will, well, depending on what Birmingham does today, they will either be a half game in front or a half game behind Birmingham in those first half division standings with 1 week to go. And don't forget about Knoxville. They're closing fast as well. They are only 3 games back as of this moment. So we could have some September baseball, if you will, for the month of June. And it ought to be a great experience for a lot of these young guys for the Trash Pandas as they look to continue and grow and try to play in a competitive atmosphere against the Chattanooga Lookouts. Again, it'll be a 6:20 airtime, 6:35 first pitch. We don't have the starting rotations for either team, but we'll certainly have that by the time we get to playing time on Tuesday here at Toyota Field. Hopefully you can join us, but if you can't be here at Toyota Field, join us right here on Talk Radio WZZN for all of the action. Special thank you back at our Talk Radio WZZN studios for all the hard work from Jeff Scarborough. And of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. As again, your final score this afternoon, this Father's Day afternoon, it's the Blue Wahoos over the Trash Pandas by the final of 5-2. For Chris Harris and Hannah Russo and Jeff Scarborough and everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Panda Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Reed's Jewelers, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.